Hey, and we are here. We are live, just in time. Well, a little late. Who am I kidding? I'm Flockstrot. I'm your host. With me is my in real life next door neighbor, great friend, and great co-host, Treetop Flyer. Hey, Treetop.
Hey, Fox. Good evening.
Hey, how you doing up there?
Welcome. Good, good. How you doing down there?
Nice.
Welcome in, everybody.
Ah, good day, mate. Nice. Welcome
Uh,
in, Raleigh.
hey, Raleigh. Good day, mate. Looking forward to a fun stream tonight.
Yeah, you can count me in on that. Ooh, I guess I'm shut down here.
Well, I need to see. So see if I see you, Fox. I see Raleigh. Are you there? He's not on. Oh yeah, there they are. Okay, I'm going to taxi down to where you are. I'm going to start up here.
And let's get Dylan some channel points here for being first in chat tonight. Oh, I can hear you breathing there a little bit. You might want to move your mic a little. No, not so far up. Not so far up. But yeah, just a little
Oh, you're
bit
right. I have a habit of doing that.
down a little further.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, right
Okay.
there. Yeah, that's good right there.
Okay. Beautiful.
All right, let's get this puppy started here. Let's
And
see. I'm
two.
spawned on the runway, so I should have my left fuel tank is already probably on. It is. Let's get the fuel pump going. Go. That prime for a minute. Okay. Prop full forward. Mixture's good, and my prop is working tonight. It wasn't last night. Crack that throttle. There we go. All right. Come on, Romeo. Nice. Parking brake is set. Oh, that'd be great, Dylan. Oh, that would be great. Yeah, I could use it on my bush flights when we do our bush flights on Tuesdays. That'd be awesome.
Hey, KW4. Good evening.
Oh, yeah, KW4 Life is in there. Hey, Flocks, Treetop. And he says, good day, mate. To Raleigh. Welcome in, KW. Let's see here. Let me see if I can get this pulled up here. Go here. Hopefully they're backed up.
I see Dylan over there. I need those cow flaps open.
Photos didn't sync. Let me get the syncing going here. There we go. I'll come back to that. I'm going to show everybody a little something here in a minute. So yeah, welcome to Flockstrot's Hangar, everybody. For those of you that have been flying along with us for a while now, you kind of already know what's going on our Thursday nights. But for those that might be just checking out the stream and popping in, we are on a cross-country flight from Scappoose, Oregon, KSPB. It's a Treetop Flyer in my home airport in real life. It's about 7 miles from where we live, and we took off with the whole bunch of Foxtrot Hangar crew members, and we're making our way across the United States to the east to Oshkosh, by gosh, where Saturday morning at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, Porter Learn to Fly is going to be holding his annual event. It'll be his third time doing it, where he simulates the Oshkosh air traffic control on his Discord. and also has a landing challenge. And so, for those that may or may not know, Oshkosh is an event that's held every year in real life for I think 10 days. And over that 10-day period, like 10,000 pilots fly in from all over the US and Canada too, I'm sure. And they'll camp there in an area on the grass. There's all kinds of vendors and marketing and stuff going on. Camaraderie, collaboration, and it's a great in real life experience and a challenging, very challenging fly in. And Forder's and a bunch of his folks, Aces of Spades, Dale, Andrew, Bleeman, probably, myself, are going to be helping to replicate what goes on in real life, but in the sim, and along with a landing challenge. And what they do is they disposition you over a lake where you get into a holding pattern, and then you start going up the following the railroad over the city of Ripon. And as you're following the railroad, they're gonna see you and ask you to rock your wings and they're gonna identify your airplane. And the talk, the ATC only goes one way. They talk to you, you don't talk to them, which is kind of unique. And that's why you rock your wings. They'll describe your airplane, and if it's you, you rock your wings, and then they know they're talking to you. And then they're going to disposition you to one of two runways. Um, and on those runways are a number, like 4 or so different colored dots that are spaced out along the runway. And you'll get a dot assignment, and you got to try to land on the dot for the landing challenge. You get 3 tries on each of the runways, and they use those dots to land multiple aircraft at the same time in real life because there's so many aircraft that are coming in. They land, you know, 2 or 3 aircraft at the same time on those dots at an airport, so it's crazy. Anyways, it's a lot of fun. We're timing tonight's stream will get us to Minneapolis, St. Paul, and then we'll be about an hour and a half or so away from Oshkosh come Saturday morning. And this Saturday morning, I will be streaming at 7 a.m. Pacific. I'll make the announcement in the Discord and stuff. We will have a stream, and we'll fly from Minneapolis, St. Paul to Oshkosh on Saturday morning. And Forder's group is going to see us coming in out of the west. And then we'll get into the holding pattern. We'll get this position over Ripon, and we'll have Forder's ATC guys land us and participate in the landing challenge. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, tonight. Yeah, go ahead.
Forward to it.
Yep.
Yeah, it is great fun, and you know, if you haven't done VATSIM, it's kind of a lead into VATSIM a little bit because you're kind of controlled, and you got to make a decision on an approach. And yeah, and I was just going to add, Flux, just real quick, that it'd be fun. Really, I guess we only have till Saturday morning, but I plan at least to go fly over there and just refamiliarize myself with the gravel pit approach and
yeah,
and the other one, just so you're kind of familiar, you have a little bit of muscle memory there, so you kind of know where you're at in the city of Ripon and all that. So,
and I'm glad
anyways, lots of fun.
I'm glad you mentioned that because you reminded me that people are going to need the scenery if they don't have the scenery. So let me pull that up and I'll get a scenery. I'll get a link.
Funny how I just installed that.
Oh, did you? Good. And welcome in, Epic Rider.
Just flew about 2 hours of holding patterns because Atlanta does not know how to deal with traffic.
Okay, so here's the Oshkosh scenery. In case anybody needs it. And I should add that to my timer. Let me add that to my timer. Create a new timer here. And we'll put that in there. And activate the timer so that'll come across. Nice.
I see Splasher's with us.
Hey,
Good
Splasher.
evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I saw your
How we doing
picture.
tonight?
Oh, doing good. It looks like
Yeah.
you were in the air.
I'm on the ground right now.
Oh, good.
I see that.
I landed just a couple minutes before you guys spawned in.
Oh, that's
Oh,
awesome.
perfect.
So yeah, I'm taxiing your way right now. So
I
Oh,
see
perfect.
that.
yep,
And you're in the Baron?
I'm actually in for the first time the Bonanza,
Oh,
the analog Bonanza.
oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
You know, I should have flown that. I'll fly it Saturday morning because that's the one I want to use.
Mm-hmm.
A little slower approach speed, but I should have actually picked
Yeah.
that tonight. Get a little more familiarity with that thing.
Good, actually.
All right.
Since I'm gonna be taking a glider, it'll be real easy for me.
Yeah, good luck with that, bud. Have you tried the dots yet?
Yeah, I can pretty much land it on the dot.
Oh,
Like,
man, that's
stop
awesome.
on the dot.
Nice. Well played, sir. Well played. Larry
And
Gopnik.
because
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I can just like put my nose down, and I'm good. They're
And-
meant to do that.
And put those air brakes on, and you got it. Larry Gopnik's got the server. Welcome in, Larry. Good to see you.
I see you over there, Larry.
And oh yeah, Raleigh Mall. If anybody has the transmission solution for Little Nav Map, Raleigh's wondering if everybody's got that on. The transmitter, so it transmits your position on Little Nav Map. I just activated mine.
Yep. Got my.
Oh, I need to do that then.
Hey, Charlie 6 is in. Welcome in, Charlie 6. Good to see you. Welcome back to the hangar.
Hey,
Welcome
Charlie
in.
6.
Time to focus. We're on
There's
our
Charlie
approach
6.
here and turn the funnel.
There, you got it, Epic. I just pulled it in for you as well. It's right above you, right in the chat there. The flight info. And if you want the flight plan, it's a flight plan.
I was just wondering where we're starting.
You got it. All right. Okay, who else? Am I missing anybody else? Let's see here. Let's give Splasher 6 a shout out while we're here. Hey, you know what time it is, Splasher? It's time for us. It's time for a shout out.
Yeah, and you give me 15
All right,
seconds.
I'm gonna see if I can get underneath your wing almost.
Yeah.
Hey!
Sure is. On its way.
Hollywood, The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson. This is Ed McMahon along with Doc Severinsen.
I was busy taxiing and I forgot that.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
There we go.
And Charlie 6, it's I believe it's KOTG.
I'm still doing a little bit of maintenance. I was late today because I had to work today. I got home a little later than I expected. And then barbecued steaks, knocked those out. So I'm still doing a little bit of cleanup here.
3, 2, 1, go!
Dinner for you, and then that gives you more time.
Yeah.
But somehow that didn't work out.
What are for?
Right?
Did my scare alert not go up?
Oh, I'm okay with that. Oh,
No.
yeah.
My points. I have 0.
Oh no.
Uh,
Let me see if I can give you some points. I don't know if these points will work for those type of channel points, but I'll give you some
Maybe
points.
like refund something. I don't
Uh,
think you can.
See if this works. All right. So what are we doing here? Let's take a look at the flight plan. People are getting taxied over here. Everybody's about where they need to be.
Yeah,
Let's-
didn't give it to me.
Let's see. All right, so we're kicking things off here from, was this Worthington? Municipal, where we ended up last time. Nice little lake down here in the town of Worthington, it looks like. That's kind of cool. Almost in the center of town. Might have to check that out on Google Earth and see what kind of a town that looks like and how that lake is and stuff. That looks really cool. Another lake down here. And so we're going to head southeast. We'll fly over Round Lake. I wonder where it got its name, Round Lake. And we'll continue heading on down this way. You'll notice on the flight plan, there's a lot of lakes down here. This is awesome. You'll notice in the flight plans that, I added the VOR stations, so we can use those for navigation as we're going along. And in this area, I think there's actually more VOR stations than we really need. So, I may have an extra one in there that we don't need, so we'll play it by ear and see how it goes. But we can do a touch and go down here at Emmitsburg Municipal. And I just picked these airports out at random. And we'll make our way further on down to Fort Dodge. And further south, I was hoping to be able to make it all the way down to Splasher's Neck of the Woods, Des Moines, but it's going to make us run over. But I'm hoping if we're, at some sort of altitude there, we'll be able to see Des Moines off of our right wing as we cut across there.
You do Ames. I didn't look to see the whole thing. Ames is a pretty good size airport.
Okay,
Boone,
so
Marshalltown. Okay.
and we don't have to stick to the flight plan, 100%. Like if we're finding that we've got time and we can do something and get down to Des Moines, let's do it. You know what I mean? So this is
Sure.
just kind of a guide. And then we'll cut across over towards Marshall and start heading north again. So a little bit of a sightseeing trip, because we actually got a little bit further ahead of on our flight plans over the past few weeks than I thought we would. We'll start heading north, and we got a few touch and goes, and you can see the VOR stations, and all their frequencies are listed over here on the right-hand side. In case you guys didn't know that, anytime you see a VOR station, there's a Mason City's VOR station to the right. It tells you the type, and it'll show you the frequency if you guys need a little cheat, or figuring out what the frequencies are. So that's their little nav map, which is a nice little tool. And we'll continue north up to Minneapolis, St. Paul. And that's where we'll hang our planes for the evening. And then come Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific, we will head out to the west to Oshkosh, which is right over here. There's Kosh right here. But we'll fly south, and it looks like the NOTAM that Forder's put out, or the at least on his stream today. Check out his stream today, everybody, because he kind of went over Oshkosh and what to expect and the approach and NOTAMs and stuff. Notice to airmen. But it looks like we would be coming in down by these lakes down here and coming in and kind of heading in this way over Green Lake. We can get into a holding pattern, and then we'll fly over the city Ripon and follow the railroad tracks on up to Oshkosh here. And so that'll be Saturday around noon that we should be arriving at Oshkosh, and that's when Ford will be kicking off his stream. So I'll end my stream probably, and then jump on to Porter's stream and interact with him on his stream and help him out if needed, and participate in the landing challenge. So it sounds like fun. Just kind of a little overview of what we got in store here. All right.
And then Flux and the NOTAM, doesn't it talk about radio frequencies too?
I believe it does, yes. And
So,
let me pull. I actually have that
need
pulled
to
up.
know that.
I have that pulled up. So when you have to register on Forder's for Forder's event. He has a link to register, and I'll get that pulled up here in a second as well. And so when you register, he'll send you an email, and in the email, he has this overview that you're seeing here on my screen right. Where is it?
Oh,
Where's it? Where's it? Where's it? I gotta go to this overlay. Go here and then go here. There you go. There's the email. Okay. And he gives you an overview of what to expect, but also he's got these PDFs attached. It has additional information in them. Just double clicked on that one. Oh, there it is.
36 KOTG.
And here you can see he's got a whole bunch of information in here about what to expect, participating in the landing challenge, rocking your wings like the Fisk approach, and I think in here somewhere is the radio frequencies as well. Okay, then there's another attachment in here as well. So get registered and check that out. Go back to this view. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Yep, hello, right back at you. Starting airport. What is that code tree?
KOTG.
KOTG. I'll put it in chat. Flying Cookie, welcome in. Welcome in, Flying Cookie. Good to see you, bud. Been a minute. First time chat, and welcome in. Yeah, we're getting ready to kick off our flight, heading up to Minneapolis, St. Paul in a roundabout way, in preparation for Saturday's Oshkosh event on Ford to Learn to Fly stream. All right.
And then Flux, did you want to tease next Thursday? 30 seconds?
I
Or do. We
do.
wait till later?
No, you know what?
We can make them all wonder.
We can make them all wonder. Yeah. We'll do it when we're in the air. More to come.
So we're in the area. You'll more to come for next Thursday.
There you go. Great, man. Way to drop a carrot, man.
Sorry.
A little bit of a cliffhanger. That's cool.
Good stuff.
All right, here we go. Let's get this bird going. I need to get the blocks are off. Good. I want to adjust my time. I don't want to be flying in the dark.
For some reason, everyone is a low poly Bonanza.
Oh, weird.
Well, I have the BE Bonanza, and Splasher, you look super in that thing.
Awesome.
Yeah, nice livery.
Thanks.
Epic. In your general options, under data, I think it was. Is that where it is? Oh,
Yeah.
No, I'm looking. There was a setting down here in one of these for aircraft. Traffic. I think it's under traffic. Down here at the bottom. Make sure that your AI and multiplayer traffic detail, use generic aircraft models, multiplayer is set to off. Maybe something got reset on your system and that's on, and now that's why you're seeing everybody is.
It is off.
Okay, good. All right, I remembered about that, so I just want to make sure that wasn't the case. All right.
And yes, Flying Cookie, this Saturday morning we're going to be doing Oshkosh, so we hope you can join us.
Yeah, that'd be great, man. My panel lights up. Oh, I forgot to turn off my fuel pump. That off. Good. And what is our first? Our first VOR is right here at Worthington, and it is 110.60. So let me
That's awesome. Where am I here? Gotta go that way.
All right, passing through 2000. Start leveling off a little bit, and we got to turn a little bit to the southwest here. But I was hoping to see the VOR come on. Maybe the frequency isn't lining up with what it's supposed to be. So we can see if there's another VOR to tune in that's along our flight path here.
I've got that heads up display that tells me how many miles to the next one. It's probably an assist. But that thing sure screwed things up. There it goes off. All the assistance options were changed last night when we fired up.
All right, so I set a heading of 128, so I'm going to do that with my heading bug right now. Not sure why I'm not picking up that VOR.
I'm pretty sure that's an NDB, actually.
Oh, maybe that's why.
Yeah, it's a DME. Says low altitude.
Oh, 4,000 overshooting. There's Larry up ahead of us, looking good, bud. Real Charlie 6 says he's got a surprise for us.
Oh, nice. We like surprises.
On our way to Minneapolis, St. Paul, Papa Mish. That's right.
Yes.
What airport are we currently headed to? So now.
Welcome in, Viper. 3,500 is what I was going to go for. I got to descend a little bit. Yeah, we are. We're doing it a roundabout away. We're on a walkabout.
First airport is KEGQ.
And there looks to be a VOR down there, 110.00. I've got that tuned in.
Did you say Kilo Echo Golf Quebec?
Kilo Echo Golf Quebec. Yep.
Mish, it's the scenic route.
Yes. Yeah, we got here a little faster than I expected. So instead of 6 weeks, I only needed 5. So as we're getting over to this area, we're actually taking a bit of a detour, and we're heading down towards Splasher's neck of the woods, headed towards Des Moines, and then we'll make a turn to the north down there and head up to Minneapolis, St. Paul.
Just crossing over into God's country right now.
Nice.
Just kidding. There's some lakes up ahead, and this area you mentioned, there's so many lakes. This area of northern Iowa is called the Iowa Great Lakes
Oh, wow.
because of its. Yeah, we get them from Minnesota, mostly.
Oklahoma
but
has a lot of those too.
coming up, there is a gathering of a few that are particularly resort areas for the state of Iowa. A lot of people travel up here. It's called Lake Okoboji and Spirit Lake,
Okay.
and it's kind of a tourist destination. It's been there for years. There's one of the oldest wooden roller coasters in the nation at the
Oh,
amusement
wow.
park they have there. So it's kind of a regional vacation destination. A lot of people have lake homes.
Oh, cool.
The lakes never change levels, so they can build property, right up to the shore. So that's kind of neat. But yeah, it's Spirit Lake. It's also where Victory motorcycles used to be made, where Indian motorcycles are built now,
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
really?
and
Wow.
Polaris
Yep.
Wow.
four wheelers.
Yep.
A lot of them built there. Yep. So I've been through the factory when it was Victory motorcycles, but now Victory's gone, and Indian has taken over. It's those lakes that are out ahead of you there in that view.
And a lot of recreation, water recreation on those
Yeah.
lakes.
Yeah. Yep. And they're deep too. I'm thinking like 700-800 feet
Oh,
deep.
wow.
They're
Wow.
Wow.
super deep for this area.
Were they like a quarry or something? They got dug out?
No, glacial
Oh, wow.
glacial cuts. Yeah.
So
Yep.
we're flying over Silver Lake. Is this lake that is right ahead of me here? And then what
Gotcha.
what was the other one's called?
Up ahead, there's
Okabachi.
Okoboji.
Okaboji.
Yes. Okoboji. Yes.
I think that's where Larry Gopnik is. He's probably got a good eye on it right there. It's right underneath him. And then over here to the left is that other lake, which was
There's another big one that's north of Okoboji called Big Spirit Lake.
Big Spirit Lake right over there. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Nice.
it's kind of like right on the Minnesota border.
Hey, Paradox is rating. Welcome in, Paradox.
Oh,
Hey, Paradox.
Welcome in, Paradox and Raiders. Yeah, welcome to Foxtrot's Hangar, everybody. If you're new to the stream, I'm Foxtrot. Right above me is my in real life next door neighbor, great friend, great co-host, Top Flyer, and up above him is Doc Splasher, who happens to be on voice. He's our Doc Severance in here to our trio, and he's flying along with us tonight.
hello, DH.
He's the coolest guy of the bunch, I'm telling you.
Can't measure up to you guys. You guys are the originals.
From Hollywood, The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson.
Fun.
This
I
is
see
Ed
Niche is
McMahon
coming up on my
with
tail
Doc
here.
Severinsen.
Another note. I hope, Mish, you're bringing the mayonnaise.
It's
Close enough to
sportier
set it
than
on
the
my
other,
wing, I think.
off-phone friends out there.
I got my view going too, Fox.
Honda.
Okay, cool. We'll get that
Whoa.
going here in a minute.
Yeah, if and when.
Man, did y'all see that? Wow.
Nice. Thanks for the raid, Paradox. Welcome in, bud. And welcome in, Raiders. Nice. Okay, let's see here. I just had to get up here to get a bird's eye view to see what these lakes that Splasher was mentioning. Have you been down to these lakes, Splasher, before?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep. Couple, 3 or 4 times. There used to be a big national Victory motorcycle rally here. I had a Victory for a while.
Oh, cool.
And I came up to a couple of them. It was fun time. Kind of a mini Sturgis.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, a lot tamer.
Right?
A lot tamer. But yeah, there's lots to do. There's nightlife and it's lake life. You know, I don't know how much for sailing, but definitely for pontoon and leisure boats.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Water skiing, inner tubing, and all that
Yeah.
sort of thing. And I see a big wind farm here off my right wing.
Oh yeah.
Huge.
Yeah. We got a lot of those. Yeah. The wind gets whistling down the prairie pretty fast up here.
Wow.
Isn't Iowa in the Great Dust Bowl?
Not really. We had our share of drought in the 1930s, but it didn't, and it affected us, but not the same impact as Oklahoma. And not as to say there weren't people who left from Iowa to California. There were, but not the exodus that Oklahoma had. So it was a bit. We're considerably less arid up here. We get a lot more moisture, rainfall, so we can grow without having to irrigate, and we can grow crops that aren't dry land crops, like wheat and barley. So
I had to work on a farm for like I think 6 years. So, and
Oh, did
I
you?
and I lived right in the middle of the Dust Bowl.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
yeah.
wow.
That's when
Yeah.
I was in the panhandle of Oklahoma, but now I've moved to the northeastern side.
Ah.
But
Yeah. Did you work wheat harvest at all?
yeah, we mostly did wheat actually.
Yeah.
It was hard to grow, and I think we had to water it all the time.
Did you? Yeah. Yeah.
But then the company that my grandpa was with, which I was helping my grandpa, uh, went bankrupt. So
Mm.
Yeah. Farming's rough, man. It's the only business that and think about this. You buy at wholesale. No, you buy at retail and sell at wholesale.
Mm.
You do when you think of it.
Yep.
You
Yep.
do. From hard equipment
All, yeah.
to
Yep.
the
All
seeds.
seed, fertilizer, all of your inputs are bought at retail price,
Wow.
and you sell you basically a commodity at a wholesale price.
Wow.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's
yeah.
true. I never thought of it that way, but that
Yeah.
is so true.
Yep.
yeah, all the food you're gonna get in the panhandle of Oklahoma will come from animals, pretty much.
What
Yeah.
what is it called when a number of farmers form? It's not a union, but they
Co-op.
co-op.
Yeah.
Is that
Sure.
does that
Sure.
help? Go ahead.
It does, and most small towns and regions in this area have area cooperatives.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that's still a going thing. That's definitely. It's where it's like forming a corporation where
Right.
you gather together and you have better buying power and better selling power. Yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah, I can see how that would be necessary.
Yeah. A lot of what we're flying over here is field corn for animal feed and for not as much now, but used to be a lot for high fructose corn syrup,
Mm.
like the ADMs and the Cargills of the world
Yeah.
to produce, and then soybeans for biodiesel production, for export, for feed additives, anything that you can use soy oil from. Corn, soybeans, and hog production, animal hog production for meat and beef. Not as much beef anymore, but there's still some cattle production. So
Interesting.
that's a lot of what you see in this area.
Wow.
And large corporate farm type of operations, where they'll farm 1,000 acres
Oh wow.
is sometimes a small farm. So, yeah, 500 to 600 acres is definitely a small farm these days.
Wow. Boy, and you just have to look at the whole operation, take the cost out of anything that you can.
Oh yeah, yeah. Your average combine, what you harvest the grain with, the grain or the soybeans or the corn, half to $750,000.
Wow.
Wow.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that was actually one of the main reasons they went out of business, because they just bought a new one because the old one was kind of breaking down. And
Yeah. Yeah. It's the average farmer these days are more of a business manager than they are anything else.
Yeah.
And then you got and then on top of all that, you have the weather.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which,
So one thing you can't control.
yeah.
Looking good, Mish.
Let's see. I'm getting out way in front of you guys.
Let's take a look around here.
Here
We
we
got
are.
Charlie 6 behind us there. Kind of hard to tell who's behind Charlie 6. It starts with a G. Looks like Geo something. We got Dylan off to my left. Chipotle Caleb might be flying with us. Oh, he just disappeared. Let's see. Raleigh Mall. Always good to see Raleigh Mall. Smitty's with us again tonight. Welcome back, Smitty. We got Splasher
Hello.
up there. Hey, Smitty. We got Larry. Gopnik up ahead of us. And Larry, who is up there with you? Is that Treetop?
That's me.
Oh, that's okay. That's Epic Rider. Epic Rider.
Behind Larry.
And then we got Papa Mish, or otherwise known as some guy, in the less sucky Icon A5. Treetop Flyer off my right wing over there. Oh man, this is a pretty area. Nice.
I just ate spicy ramen. Oh my god.
So in talking about eating, in Discord, I posted a picture of the steaks. Well, they were actually after they were cut up and stuff. But there's a picture of my dinner plate that I ate like in the 2 minutes before I started the stream. Okay? And yeah, here's my plate now. There you go. I woofed that down.
I was wondering, Phlox was talking to me at the same time, and he wasn't very talkative. So I'm like, there's these big silent spots between a sentence. So I thought, what is going on over there?
Yeah, it looks like Larry and Epic Rider might have the airport in sight. I'm gonna start slowing down here a little bit.
Was this touch and go only?
Yeah, touch and go.
Okay. Gotcha. Going in on 1-3. I don't think wind is a factor.
Yeah, where I'm at right now, it's 4 knots, so it's probably even less than that, closer to ground. Okay, Charlie 6. He says, hey, brother, so we got something for you. 6 minutes. What the heck?
Oh my gosh.
Charlie? I think I might know what it is. It might have something to do with maybe me playing something. I'm not sure if I'm on the right track or not, but I'd be happy to share that on the stream here. If it's what I think it is. And Treetop and I will have something to share with you all after we do our touch and go.
This stream is just full of surprises.
Right? I still don't have a visual on that runway. Oh, I think I see it now. I think it's right here. Right there. All right,
I'm going to do a
autopilot's
full stop and go to assistance. I got to shut this stupid little heading bug thing that's like a heads-up display. It tells me where the next leg of the flight plan is.
all right. We can all
It's gotta be
do a circuit and then kind of use that to group up.
Well, I can do 220, so
Oh,
I can
okay.
catch you guys.
Okay. All right, touch
So
and go.
I'll catch you.
Touch and go. Pull my roll here. Epic Rider in the Vision Jet.
Because it looks like
Fingers
we're
crossed.
averaging about 140-ish. So yeah, that'll be easy.
Gears come down. Landing lights coming on. And I'm in flap range, so we'll give her a notch of flaps. Smitty, how was the touch and go? Was it all right?
Super smooth.
Oh, nice.
Going into the pattern here.
That sounds like something that Treetop would tell me if I didn't have the drone camera on him.
It's always the ones you never see, you know?
Tree, what's your speed?
Yeah, wind is at 1 knots. No wind. Wind is not a factor right now. That's awesome. Oh, right over these trees.
Emmetsburg, they used to have, probably still do have really good high school football and wrestling teams.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There must be something in the water in this area or something.
I think so.
Ooh, that was pretty smooth. On power, here we go.
I love how quick getting this aircraft started is, the Vision Jet. You literally click 2 buttons.
See ya, tree!
Okay, I'll be behind you. Let me figure out this stupid heading thing that's just like a HUD display. Assistance option, it's got to be there.
All right, new heading is going to be 147.
What airport?
I'll tell you in a second.
Kilo Foxtrot Oscar Delta
Yes, Fletcher.
KFOD. Fort Dodge, Iowa.
What were the last 2
Oops.
numbers? Or letters?
Oscar Delta. Kilo Foxtrot Oscar Delta.
Foreign object debris. Got it.
Yes. There you go.
All right, we'll get back up to 3,500. Nice. This looks like a pretty cool area too. Got the river, you got the shrubs and the trees around the water there. Nice little sandbars. Oh, and that river goes on for a while. That's cool. Oh, getting too high.
I think this river actually takes us up to that airport.
Oh, cool.
Because
Yeah.
that's what my GPS is saying.
We could use that for a VFR flight.
If
Yep,
I'm
it
thinking,
does.
if I'm thinking right, this actually is the Des Moines River, or one of the branches of it.
Little map says Des Moines River. Yep.
Yep. That's what I was thinking. It splits off into the east and west branch somewhere in northwest Iowa, but I can't remember where.
Oh, Colonel Fork, the flight's going awesome, man. Welcome back. We'll always leave the hangar door cracked open for you, Colonel Fork. Welcome in anytime. Flight's going great. Real Charlie 6 has a surprise for us here in a minute or two. And Treetop and I are going to share a little something that we've been holding on to since the beginning of the stream. What's coming up for next Thursday. So let's see here. Let me get my trimmed out here. That's pretty good. Set my flight altitude hold. Nice. Okay, so Real Charlie 6 says, so we have a few things. Oh my god. The first is what we're thinking. Okay, I was on the right track on that one. But the second, what is the second? Tinman Sparky, man, welcome back, man. Good to see you. Tinman Sparky's a real life pilot who was with us on the last few legs here and shared some in real life photos in our Discord of the area. Much appreciated, Tinman. Welcome in. Flight's going great. It's beautiful weather. It's live weather. I rolled back the time a little bit, and we got a nice, what they call it, Battlestar Galactica, a ragtag fugitive fleet. We got Papa Mish down there, Dylan, Rolly Mall, Larry Gopnik, Treetop Flyers, Splasher 6, Charlie 6. Somebody's behind Charlie 6, and I still can't read it. Epic Rider. And Smitty's off to my right. And I'm kind of like, I'm not firewalled, but maybe I need to slow my roll a little bit. Won't be able to stay too long. Going to sit out by the fire pit tonight since it's nice out. Oh man, Tinman Sparky. Treetop and I can appreciate a good fire pit, right, Tree?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yep.
Yep.
I got a little fire pit action that I do in our backyard too. Sometimes in the driveway, and Treetop sees me from his kitchen window, and he'll come out and have a brewski or two with me.
Yep. Fox is the master at fire. He knows how to do it.
Copy
Right?
that, Tin Man. It is a very nice night in the upper Midwest
Nice.
for early July.
Oh,
Low
yeah.
humidity. Yeah.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, guys.
No. Yeah.
You got a heat wave coming your way. We've been in the 90s plus the past couple days.
I've been hearing.
Yeah.
I have some friends who are on a motorcycle ride up around your neck of the woods in Astoria and
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
and yeah, up in that area. So yeah, it's been hot.
Yeah, man. Usually comes your way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, he says, haha, he likes his gas fire pit. Nice. My buddy down the street has one of those, and we set it up in his garage and keep the garage door wide open. And those little propane gas ones with the volcanic lava rocks in them, they work really well. I was really surprised. Yeah, enjoy that beer. Charlie, 6, the anticipation's starting to get to me now. Oh, I guess we can make our announcement. You ready? You ready, Tree?
Yep. I'm ready.
Okay, hang on. Let me get this queued up here. There we go. All right. So Treetop Flyer, as you guys may know, was on vacation. Was it last week, Tree?
Yeah, last week
Yeah.
we were at the coast.
So we were treetopless last week. And while you were out and about, why don't you tell us one of the places that you visited?
Well, we were at the coast near Tillamook and at a campground there, right on the bay, Tillamook Bay, and there's a air museum there where they used to build the blimps, pre-World War II. I think it says since 1942 it's been there, and this hangar is one of those old style where it's just like a half moon, and it's the size of literally the size of 2 football fields long.
Oh.
And about a third of it is filled up with aircraft. In fact, and there's one aircraft that can't get inside. It's so big. It's called the Guppy, and we'll have pictures of that. Actually, I forgot to take a picture of that one because I was so interested in getting inside, but we'll get it off the website. But they've got inside, they've got an F-14 that you can just walk up and touch, lean against, grab onto, and it's amazing how big it is. And it looks like heavy, like a tractor, and how that thing could ever fly. So that was one, and then there's a couple of MiGs in there. They had some cutaways. They had a cutaway of F4, and let's see.
Okay, let me share this on the screen here while you're talking about the F-14.
And the frustrating part, while Flox is getting that up, was I was trying to FaceTime him inside there, but I only had like a 1-bar cell connection. So I'd have it for, like a minute or so, and then the connection would go away. And I was trying to show him everything that was in there as we're walking around. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that thing was a lot of fun. But you could walk right up to it. You could put your head inside that intake or whatever you wanted to do. Touch the nose, touch the tail. Amazing, those elevators in the back. The whole thing is an elevator, as you guys might already know, instead of just part of it. And just the engineering that it has on it for those things to rotate was just amazing.
So what we're planning on doing is there's a P-38 in there also. Is that a P-38 or no? That's not a P-38.
Wait, show me again. What is that?
No, that's
That's
it's a P-61, I think, Night Fighter.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Maybe.
It was.
Nope, A-26. Yeah. Colonel Fort came in with it. It's an A-26.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Douglas. I think Douglas Aircraft made it.
Yeah, Douglas Aircraft, I think. So
Yeah.
there was the tent portion there that had a bunch of different aircraft in it, and even had the A5 in there. And see, so that's one of the pictures. But we were gonna go through all these next Thursday, and just tell you what I experienced. But it's really reasonable. It's like $11,
Wow.
and you can stay in there all day if you want to. And that was a lot of fun.
Oh wait,
Stuff.
inbound. We got some bogeys inbound, guys.
We do.
Yeah. Charlie 6 said for me to check my 6. So I'm looking at my 6 and I can hear him coming.
Oh, I see some name tags that are moving really fast.
Yeah.
Golden Gamer was the other one that was with Charlie 6. I couldn't see. Nice, guys.
Oh, that's right. Misha's been there. He took his dad to that museum.
Oh, I got to get the Hawk.
Yeah. Yeah, Mish, that was a lot of fun.
Look at that formation. Nice job, man.
Wow.
Awesome.
They're friendlies. Yeah. T-45s. They're friendlies. Nice job, you guys. Look at them. They're just right next to each other, too. They're doing a great job. Nice formation flying. Charlie 6 and Golden Gamer, you have permission to buzz the tower. Colonel Fork says Elmer and Charlie are pros. That's awesome. Nice flyby, you guys. Thank you. It's awesome. Papa Mish says he sure loved that museum. He's been there twice now.
Yeah, so it was just a great experience, and like I guess like most museums, you're not rushed. You can just go at your own pace and spend as much time on the aircraft as you want to.
Oh, in Tree, as I look at our pictures on the stream, it looks like we all three of us got the memo to wear blue shirts.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Is there,
oh,
is there anything special about your blue shirt?
oh, what does it say on there? I can't remember. Something Tillamook.
Oh, we can't see. You got to move to your right, I think.
Oh, Tillamook Air Museum.
Oh, that's funny. I've got something that says the same thing. How about that?
Wow, look at that.
You guys.
There we go. Perfect.
So just a little teaser for next Thursday's stream. We're going to set up a flight plan where, it'll take us about an hour maybe to get there. And it might work from Scappoose to Tillamook, and maybe that'll be 45 minutes to an hour. And then we're going to go through all of Treetop's pictures, and he can, kind of summarize his visit, some of the things he saw and whatnot. So that'll be next Thursday's GA flight.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun.
Oh, here comes the second pass. Okay, here we go. Let me look for these guys.
Watching for that.
Oh, Epic! Epic wants to get in on the fun in the Vision Jet. Oh man!
Here we go.
I'm overspeeding the heck out of my
Do you-
aircraft.
Yeah.
Treetop,
go.
Treetop, do you have that T-45? Do you have that jet?
I do not.
Okay. I was
No,
gonna,
that looks like a lot of fun.
I was gonna switch to your oh, look at those guys carving that turn.
No, I've got them, but yeah, it's not going to show them, and they're too far away, so you can't see. All you can see is their name tags. For my location, I got a little off the flight plan.
Charlie 6, I'm gonna download those planes for the next time you guys pay a visit. I'll get those. I'll get that.
I don't have it either, else I'd go out in the drone cam and find them.
I have it, so.
Oh, yeah? Oh, cool.
Field in sight, lining up for 1-2.
Nice. Oh, listen to those engines whining. Do you guys hear that on the stream?
Amazing.
Oh my God, you guys. Wow. Wow. Nice slow flyby. Nice job, guys.
Wow. That's awesome.
Well played, you two. Well played. Epic's right there behind you guys. That's awesome. All right, Smitty's lining up for, what did you say, 1-2? Is that what I heard?
Yep, 1-2. Straight in.
Straight in, nice. Yep, I have it in sight. Autopilot's coming off.
I'm behind Smitty.
Now they're coming past me. You guys, oh, you look awesome. Wow. Oh yeah, I can feel you. That's awesome.
Oh, and your butt kicker in your chair?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
full stopper, touch and go.
touch and go. Splasher, Colonel Fork had a question for you.
Let's see. T-45. How far up? The Splasher's camera frozen?
Right.
Yes. Yes.
So
I'm in awe. I'm in awe, so much in awe of these guys. I'm motionless.
Yeah.
So I lifted that image off of Splasher's stream because I wanted to surprise him one day with the Doc Splasher 6 because he's like our Doc Severinsen, and so I lifted that off of his stream one day and surprised him with it. And we can always replace that with your webcam too if you ever want to. Just let me know.
I'll give you a different one sometime. Yeah, you guys are too kind.
Oh, that's a great picture.
Charlie 6, we are doing a touch and go. Touch and go.
Wind was 0 on the ground.
Oh, good. Thanks, Smitty. Mish has a question for you there, Tree.
Oh, the corn cob. Let's see. Did you like the museum version of the cutaway 28-cylinder engine? Oh yes, I did like that, and I may have a picture of it too, that we'll show next Thursday. Yeah, the whole section with the engines was great, and also right next to that they had a whole room dedicated to World War II. And the carriers, the destroyers, and they had not a life-size model, but they had a U-boat model that was probably about 16 or 18 feet long, pretty detailed. And but yeah, I love the engines. And some of those jet engines you'll see next week, it's amazing how small they really are.
Oh, wow. Well, I came in hot on this one. Little bounce. Here we go. And on the power. Beer's coming up and cake's on the griddle.
On the giggle? Did I hear that?
Yeah.
Kilo Bravo November Whiskey is the next one.
Kilo Bravo November Whiskey, correct.
Whiskey. KBNW, okay.
Oh, nice view. Epic Rider being chased by Golden Gamer and Charlie 6, it looked like. Dylan's crossing the threshold, as is Larry Gopnik. Looking good, you guys. Nice.
Oh, that's super.
Boone, Iowa. Here we come.
Flying aircraft like it's an F-35.
All right, what's our heading be? 152. That keyed in here. 152.
I still can't figure out what that stupid thing is, the floating heading bug.
Oh, you couldn't figure it out?
No, I thought I shut it off. I shut off all the POIs, but it floats pretty much wherever you look. It goes right in the middle of your vision. Rather irritating. No, it's a setting somewhere.
And what
Oh
is
my God.
what is the setting doing? What is it doing? What are you seeing?
Here, show my screen, and I'll show you
Okay, hang
what I
on.
mean.
Get that queued up here. Oh, probably 6 just shared a link with me. We Love VFR Region 2 was updated. He direct messaged me that. Let me put that in chat in case anybody's interested in that.
Okay.
Right. An update, is it, or?
Yeah, he says, FYI, We Love VFR Region 2 was updated, and then there's the link to it in chat.
Ooh,
Oh,
good to
way
know.
cool. Yeah, I'll get that one.
Okay, let's do this. That.
I don't think I've updated
Pull up
it since
treetop.
it came out.
And share treetop screen here. Go. There you go, Tree. You're live, bud.
Thanks. See that thing right in the middle of the screen?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
What is
32.47.
that?
I know how to. You go to your. I think it's general.
It's in
And then
general?
Yeah, I have the same issue.
Yours is on too?
Huh?
Yours is on too?
Yeah, he said he had
Yeah.
the same issue.
I had the same issue a while back.
And it's in general.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, next time we land, I'll shut it off then. But it's irritating. Even on chase, you guys can see it. Well, then it disappears. But see, if I move my screen around a little bit there, and it's I get what it's doing. It's telling you, which way to
Yeah.
turn for your flight plan, and
I thought that was in navigation assistance, not in the general section.
that navigation. Now I'll check that when we land.
And let's see, Charlie 6. Yes, very much enjoyed the flybys. Thank you for that.
Yes, thank you.
I look forward to more in the future. If you guys, whenever you guys want to pop in, hangar doors always open. And as for the other thing, if you wish to share it, I've sent it to you. Now, is that the first one that you sent to me? The most recent one that you sent me a couple weeks ago that I can share?
Okay, thanks, Mish.
Or is there an updated? Is there another one that's been updated?
I'll land at Boone Municipal here.
Oh, that was Chunky Flyer that shared that. Okay, here comes the one from Charlie 6. Yeah, I want to share this with you guys. All right, let me come back to my stream. Got that going. And let's play this. I'm going to mute my sounds in the sim. So you guys can hear this. This is a little marketing video that Charlie 6 and his group have worked on, that they did. That I'm happy to share. Sound mixer options. Let me mute the sim. There we go. And let's play this. Here we go. Huh? Love it.
Wow.
Love it. Here is a link to that YouTube video. I'll put that in the chat.
Do you have the F-14?
I want to say yes, but I haven't updated it for so long.
Well,
But I want to say yes.
it's made by DC Designs.
Yeah. And so, yeah, that's just a thank you to the Real Charlie 6 and Golden Gamer for doing their flybys and jumping in here with us. I just wanted to share that that video that they worked on and say thank you. Yeah, good stuff.
Hey, Phlox.
Awesome.
Yeah.
If you go up a couple lines in chat, Stream Elements has my tag on Forder's channel.
Uh-oh.
Just make a note.
All right, let me fix that. Well, hey, there's a one way to get...
Yeah, all right. That's a way to get followers.
I got your back, Splasher.
Yeah.
I got you.
What happened?
Let's see. About 3 lines up in chat, it says, watch Splasher 6's stream at... And then it has Forder Learn to Fly's link to his Twitch channel.
I wanted to get Forder in here tonight because of his event this weekend, and
Sure.
I was copying and pasting and in a hurry.
It was on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when Forder's sub count and follow count goes into the pit, you'll know why.
Oh no.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, he'll get a bump.
Field Insight.
Field Insight, roger that.
Field Insight. Straight in? 15, I think.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh yeah, when we go into a controlled, could I have a air traffic control again?
Hey, Flux, how you doing? Sorry to just drop in. Just
Oh,
wanted
no.
to say in person, thank you. I appreciate you showing that video, and we hope that that you enjoyed us, buzzing you and buzzing your group, and we've always appreciated your support. So it was really great to try to do that for you.
It very welcomed and loved every minute of it, Charlie. Thank you. And
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
yeah, Hangar Door is always wide open for you guys, so stop by anytime, man.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
And I just want to say thanks to Elmer, too, because I know he's
Yeah.
listening. He's going to be like, hey, what about me? And for Spoons or Colonel Fork as well. So, because that video was a team effort. Everybody put time into that. So it's not just like something I did or me or
Right.
so. No, it's not at all. Couldn't do it without them. So, yeah.
Well, it looks super.
Yeah, well, I hope people like it. I think it came out good. So.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Came out super.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by again, Charlie. Yeah, good stuff.
Of course, man. Anytime. I'm gonna be in touch with you. I got some plans to maybe do something, but I did want to just pop in and just say hello and and wish you all a happy 4th and thank you again because
Nice.
again it means a lot to us.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep. All right, we'll be here in stream, but you guys have a good night.
All right, see ya.
Have a good night.
That's awesome. Epic. I might be overflying a runway or an airport here, guys. So I'm trying to fix that that link for order.
Also, you gotta turn on your closest airfield.
Hang on, Splash. This says Splasher 6, and it has watch Splasher 6 stream, and then Forder. Watch Forder's stream. There we go. Got it. Got it. Thanks for pointing that out too, Splasher.
No worries.
There we go. Ooh, yeah, I gotta lose some altitude here. Turn off that, and let's get the sim sounds going back up again. And Epic, you said something. What was that?
About the air traffic controller.
Oh, you want to do air traffic controlling? Is that what I heard?
Yeah, when we go to controlled, like the Moise or...
Yeah, how about at the end when we are going to Minneapolis, St. Paul? Because that's going to be a big airport.
Alright.
Sound mixer.
That'll be easier to get the trucks.
Perfect. All right. Oh, man. I might not be able to make this one.
I'm on final.
Yeah, final.
Yep.
Just on top of you, Splasher. Slow right down so you can get in.
Yeah, I got Raleigh and Splasher right off my nose there. I see Treetop Flyers cross the threshold.
Oh, Flux, I wish you would have got this one. I mean,
Butter, right?
yeah. I didn't want to say it.
Looks like Smitty's approaching as well. So Treetop was number 1. Smitty's number 2. Then we got looks like maybe Raleigh number 3, Splasher number 4. And Dylan number 5, and I'll be coming in behind Dylan if I could slow down. We're gonna have to listen to my landing gear alarm here a little bit. I think I'm in landing gear range. That big bold white area on my airspeed indicator I think is landing gear range. Oh shoot, you guys know what? Dead stick.
Oh.
I just ran out of fuel. I got a pitch for best glide. Hopefully this won't be a problem.
Thank you, Mish, and anybody else who helped me. I think it's route and waypoints. I think that was turned on. I'm sure that's it.
Out your flaps. And set up best glide here if I can.
So is this a full stop or is this a touch and go?
Let's make it a full stop, bio break, and I can get some fuel. And if anybody's already landed and taken off, maybe you can come around in the pattern and do a full stop.
I'm taking in front of y'all.
I mind it.
Right behind you, Raleigh.
But I do have some throttle. She cut out on me.
I overran it. I overran it by like 2 inches.
I don't want to scratch my dad's plane. That's the problem here. Stall horns going off.
Nice.
Down on the brakes. Anto, welcome in. First time chat. You're a pilot in Italy. Welcome all the way from Italy.
Oh wow. Yeah, welcome in.
Yeah, welcome in. We're doing good. Thank you very much. We're having a great time here. This is Foxtrot's hangar. I'm Foxtrot. Right above me is my in real life next door neighbor and good friend Treetop Flyer and co-host here. And we are making our way across the United States on a cross-country flight to Oshkosh. And the goal is to get to Minneapolis, St. Paul tonight. And then Saturday morning at 7 a.m., we're going to kick off our stream again and fly from Minneapolis, St. Paul to Oshkosh. And we're going to time our arrival to coincide with Forder Learn to Fly's Oshkosh event that he's going to be streaming 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern. And they'll see us coming in out of the west, and we'll get into their pattern, and they're going to disposition us for landing. They're going to pretend like they're ATC, and got colored dots that we have to land on like they do in real life at Oshkosh. So yeah, there's quite a few of us flying in tonight. I got to thank everybody for coming along tonight and being up in the skies with us, sharing the skies, as it were. Good stuff.
My model matchy's working. Yay!
Let's see, Anto says he's an Italian student pilot. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh.
I'm here to see you so as to learn. They say the British are good at it. Please write to talk to me so we can communicate. Oh, man. That's going to be hard to do. Thank you for the follow, Anto. Writing.
Yeah, you can watch us. We do 3 nights a week, sorry to interrupt, Flux, but we're Tuesday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday nights. So Pacific Standard Time here at 7 p.m. So we'd love to have you watch and be with us.
Our communication channel is what you see right here.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we do right here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, writing in chat will be difficult for flying, and then talking and trying to do the plane and then trying to type everything I say. That's gonna be hard.
Oh yeah.
Parking brake is set. Let me check my fuel. I've been running on 1 tank, you guys.
Be back in a minute, guys.
Okay.
Okay, me too.
Yeah, I'm taking a break for a second.
Be right back.
Okay, let me take a look here. And my fuel is balanced. It looks like it was balanced. Let me see. Maybe it wasn't. I thought I ran out of fuel. Okay, that's the yolks. Refill oil, recharge battery. Where's the fuel? Who's this one? Auto fuel selector. See, that's okay. I'm gonna turn that off. I want that realism. I don't know how that got turned on. Now we can turn this off. Now I got to pay attention to my tanks. Hey Siri, 30 minutes.
On your actually yoke, there's a timer.
There is a timer. Can I set it for time? For countdown?
Well, I can't set it, but
Start, stop.
you have
Reset.
to click on mode and
There it
then
is.
start.
Okay. Alright, I'll look at that for 30 minutes also. Good tip. Thank you. That's what you do in real life, right?
Well, in real life, you have like Velcro strapped to like a timer, and it beeps every 30 minutes.
This timer will beep in the sim?
No, it
Oh.
doesn't. It's just like a clock watch or something.
Okay, okay.
It's meant to track how many hours you flew, so you can like do oil and stuff.
Oh, the Hobbs clock? I think it's called a Hobbs clock. This thing over here. Alright, so we're here at what is this airport again? Boone Municipal. And now we're going to start flying towards the west. Let me pull up little nav map. So we're at Boone Municipal. We're just north of Des Moines. So hopefully we'll be able to see maybe some of the city as we get up in the air. Might be a little far away though. We'll see.
Might be.
How are we doing on time? Ooh, yeah, hour and 30. Yeah, if we head down that way, it's
Yeah, you'd be over time.
Yeah.
I can tell you though that Boone, Iowa, is the birthplace of the wife of President Dwight Eisenhower, Mamie.
Oh, didn't know that.
Wow.
Mamie Dowd Eisenhower. Yes.
Wow.
Little known fact.
Didn't know that.
It's not named after Daniel Boone by chance, is it?
Possibility, yeah.
The Boone Freedom Rock.
Yeah, and the Freedom Rock is another thing that is kind of an Iowa thing. About 20 years ago, this young man from Southwest Iowa, he took a mind to. There was a rock quarry north of his hometown that had this huge boulder about the size of a bedroom sitting there that they come out of the rock quarry, and it just sat there. The quarry put it on the corner of a state highway and a county road, and it just sat there for years. So this young man got permission to paint the rock. He was an artist, and every Memorial Day weekend for the last 25 years, he has painted it to commemorate fallen soldiers, the military, and service in general.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
He did it for about 10 years, and then he carried on the tradition, and he's placed, I don't know if he's paid for everything or not, or if each county, Iowa has 99 counties, and each county now has a rock of their own.
Oh, cool.
That has just one painting that stays the same, and he goes around and maintains them. But the original one, he repaints that in a different motif or scene, and there's like 4 different scenes on it. The rock's huge, that he changes every year.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's just amazing the dedication he has put into this.
Wow.
Over the last 20 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's what you're seeing on screen right now. That's what that's all about.
That's one of the things that's right with America.
Very
as
much.
We go through these troubled times.
Very much.
We wouldn't have learned about that if I didn't happen to put Boone County here on the flight map, and if Splasher was here with us. If was, so
Yep.
I mean, the collaboration that we have is amazing, you guys. It's what we can learn and pick up on just on a whim is amazing.
It's half the fun.
Little known facts that mean a lot, to certain people. So.
Yeah, very true. Okay. So we mentioned Daniel Boone. So the actor that played Daniel Boone.
Fist Parker.
Yes. Bingo.
Who?
Fist Parker.
Oh my gosh, Raleigh, you knew that?
You did.
Yep.
Dang,
My
that's
mum-
I knew-
pretty
my mum-
good.
My mum made me a Davy Crockett hat out of one of her old fur stoles many,
Oh,
many
wow.
Oh,
years
yeah.
ago.
Oh wow,
That's awesome.
that's awesome. I didn't think that
Yeah.
would come up. That's been a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, Raleigh. I wish I was in control of those channel points because I'd give you a lot of them right now.
Okay, my
I
little
still
nav app.
haven't got my 1K back, but
Oh, well, I did do it, but the way the channel point thing works is it's not the right points. It's like stream element point channel points, I think. So I'll try to figure that out off stream. Remind me. What the heck is going on with my little nav map, guys? Okay, hopefully it's calmed down
I
now.
think it's because you looked at the north.
10940. Want to get this one tuned in and see if I can use this one. We haven't had any luck with any of these tonight. They've all been distance. All right, there we go. All right, let's get going again. Let's see. Anton, let me catch up in chat real quick.
KMIW. Okay.
So yeah, I was mentioning it would be hard to type in chat. He says, sorry, I know. As soon as you can, could you clear a doubt about QDM, QDJ, and QDE? Boy, if anybody can help us with that, are those airport codes in a different country? QDM, QDJ, QDE? Anto would like to find out about that. Smitty says he flew an R-22 heli near Rome last summer. Rome in the U.S. or Rome, Italy, Smitty?
Italy.
Wow. I got to do a discovery flight in an R-22, so I got hands on the control. And,
Yeah, that's basically what it was. Just like an hour up.
Yeah.
Just north of Rome, though. That was fun.
Oh, that's amazing. Smitty is mentioning that he mentions that he's from Sicily. Please tell me what they say. I'm using Google Translate. Oh wow, Anto.
Wow, that's awesome.
Smitty says
Okay, I get it. So he can't understand what we're saying. He just can see the type.
yeah. Boy, man. Okay. So we're tuning in. I'll type this in. Tuning in a VOR on nav
That was 109.40
radio. And that is 109.40. And it's right here. And I'm expecting this is nav 1. I'm going to use this and this, hopefully. So this will show up here and here. And yeah, I think we're ready to go, guys. Okay, so we're going to fly out on a heading of 84. Depart. Airport heading 84 degrees. Here we go. Pardon me, excuse me.
right behind you, Splasher,
Hey,
Mish.
Roger
nav
that.
map. Flocks here on nav map.
Okay, I'll fix it. Thanks. Here we go. On the go. Nice. Lift off. Here's coming up. Cakes on the giggle. Got my landing light on.
We won't be passing close to Des Moines, but we will be passing close to Ames, Iowa, the home of the Iowa State University Cyclones.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow.
And I've heard of them.
Yeah. somebody graduated from there.
Oh,
Sorry.
of course that should very well come up.
Clear my throat there. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, where have I heard that before?
That's great.
You'll have to point it out to us as we go by.
Roger.
Best part about this aircraft is it actually has a radar in it, like the original F-14 had.
Nice.
So I can see some guy in.
That's
CO.
Mish. That's Mish.
Yeah. I just see him on my radar tracking him.
Passing through 2000, and I'm not picking up that VOR.
I got it.
Larry. My gear's coming up, cake's on the giggle. Yeah, he's all guns bumming up. I got bakes on the riddle.
That's a good one, Larry.
Yeah.
And in the interest of time, I think we'll do a flyover on Marshalltown.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not much to see. I can talk a little bit about Marshalltown when we get there, but the airport is several miles north of the city, so.
And looking to the south just to see if I see any of Des Moines down there, but it's not really showing up.
Yeah. Not the best you can settle for is Ames in Iowa State.
And in the interest of time, I'm going to start kind of firewalling her too.
Overboosted.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it off the overboost. Just under it. Just under it.
Some guy is maintaining my speed very well. Oh my god. I'm going Mach 2 and he's catching up to me.
That's Mish.
Yeah.
Yep. He's got
He's on you.
He's got his Mish jet. That's
He does.
Yeah, that's a nice little jet that he configured.
Yeah, just to let you know, Epic, I'm sure he's in VR, so he's got like he can stay on you like a magnet.
All right, let me look at my timer.
You can try to shake him, but the Grand Canyon's a long ways to the west.
Oh, Dylan did a stretch for me 6 minutes ago. Take advantage of that. Treetop, you can join me on this stretch too if you want.
Oh, thank you. Stretching is good.
Yep. Here, let me put my arms up there. Can you pull my arms up there, Tree? Can you reach down and...
Let me grab down there.
Oh,
okay, here you go. Hold
okay,
on,
pull, higher. Just keep pulling all the way up. Keep pulling straight up. Pull straight up. Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, that felt good. Yeah.
Hope I didn't pull you out of your seat.
No, maybe out of my sockets, but yeah, that felt good.
That's great.
Flux, out off your 6 for the high-speed path.
Here we go. Oh my God.
There we go.
Nice pass. It's not showing up as a Tomcat for me.
Yeah, good one, Mish. He's in VR. He's trying to keep his speed up and lunge down. Yeah, that's you can make yourself sick in VR.
Yeah, it is, Mish. All right, Marshalltown. Boy, we got a little bit of flying ahead of us, don't we? Oh,
We
man.
do.
Yeah,
Oh my
still
God.
do. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. What
Yeah,
the
I don't
heck
think
was I thinking?
anymore. No more touch and goes. We just hit it.
Yep.
Yep.
Boy, it said it was an hour and a half,
More like 3 hours and a half.
right? Let me see what my aircraft performance setting is. Oh. Let me see. What does it say? Yeah, that's right. 170 knots. Huh. It's kind of way off.
Next little town we're passing over nearby here. Iowa has a way of pronouncing some town names in their own way. You know that state that has Las Vegas in it and Reno and you know that we all
That one.
rest of us all we all call Nevada.
Yeah.
The town we're coming up here we have to in Iowa call it Nevada.
Oh, really?
Well, Nevada.
Yeah.
That's great.
So we don't
yeah.
get mixed up with the state.
So if I look
that's
at
awesome.
if I look at my little nav map real quick, and I zoom in here, you can see that we're flying over Nevada. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, Nevada.
I'm calling it Nevada. I don't care.
That's awesome.
That's fine.
I'm from Oklahoma. We call everything weird.
And the highway you'll recognize is US Highway 30.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Same one.
Oh, the one you're over right now?
Yeah. Yeah. The one that
Yeah,
we're
I'm
off
off
your
your
right.
left wing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay,
That's the same
cool.
one that goes through your neck of the woods, I believe, isn't it?
That's got to be.
It's got to be, yeah.
Yep.
That is cool. That's way cool.
So there's Nevada off my right wing over there.
Mm-hmm.
Epic.
Otherwise known as Nevada.
By the way,
yeah.
Nevada, I mean,
Ah.
I can't say it normal.
That really mixed you up.
Nevada, but they added an A that makes it sound like a French word.
Yes.
Even though my town is literally named after 2 French words.
Ah.
Let me know when we get to Pahonix.
And it's also named after a color.
Right. Pahonix.
Is that Phoenix?
Yes. Right.
That's great.
I'm gonna land on US Highway.
Sometimes also known as the Lincoln Highway. It was the
Oh,
first
Highway 30?
Yeah,
Cool.
the first transcontinental highway.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
I did not realize that.
Yep.
Well, this is kind of like I-10 down south and Highway 30
Mm-hmm.
that goes across east to west.
The main road we have here is I-40 and Route 66. That's it.
There you go. Oh wow, what was the nickname for Route 66? The big road? No, the Mother Road.
The
Yeah.
Mother Road? Is that what it was?
I think
Yeah,
so.
we actually have a market called the Mother Road Market. It's right off the Route 66. I go there all the time to do like mini golf.
Cool.
And, their
Yeah.
food is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, my town is literally on Route 66. Like if I go walk outside and maybe walk 50 feet, I'm on Route 66.
It's awesome.
It's a pain to get across it, but I mean it's. I don't like
10940.
it. The traffic is insane.
Distance.
I-44 is already bad enough.
18 miles.
Oh, yeah, I've driven that up in southwest Missouri and northeast Oklahoma.
Yeah, I-44 we always travel on because
crazy.
it goes to Oklahoma City and it goes to St. Louis, which we drive there like almost every month. So
yeah, it is. Traffic's insane on that highway.
yeah, the best part about that highway though is the McDonald's that's on a bridge, and the bridge is like glass floor, so you can see all the cars passing
Oh,
under
that's
it.
cool. Yeah.
Wow.
So for those that are new to the stream, I do enjoy seeing wind turbines in the sim. I was in the wind turbine industry for 23 years. 10 of those years I was a technician working on them, climbing up there and doing maintenances and replacements, main component replacements and repairs. Ooh, that's kind of a cool shot right there. And then 13 years I was in supply chain, managing the supply chain for the entire United States. I worked in the headquarters. And so the entire United States, I was in charge of the supply chain, customer interactions, buying and purchasing inventory, selling inventory to the customers, and managing the inventory site levels for all our site offices, which would take me to Garner, Iowa from time to time. And Minnesota, Texas, New York. I was able to get around a little bit and see some of the country, and I was just amazed at how much farmland there is when you're flying. It's not how I imagined it in school. Seeing pictures of national parks and things of that nature, I just kind of imagined, it was like, Colorado mountains all through the United States and in valleys and stuff like that, but I didn't imagine that there was so much farmland. It's actually quite incredible. But yeah,
Lots of wide open flat spaces out here.
Right?
Yeah, that's how it is for most of Texas and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
And I do have roots in Nebraska. Before my grandparents moved to Southern California, they were born and raised in Nebraska, and some of my relatives came over from Ireland during was it called a potato famine?
Mm-hmm.
So I've got some Irish descendants, and my grandmother was a school teacher in Nebraska, and my wife is an instructional assistant at our elementary school here. So it's kind of fun to see some of that still in the family still. And we're coming up on Marshalltown. I can see Smitty and Treetop. Looks like Treetop and Splasher are starting to make a turn to the north.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was going to touch and go 3-6.
Okay, go for it. And there's Dylan. And here comes Papa Misha. I think he found my drone camera. Looked like he was heading straight for it there for a second. Oh, he's getting some altitude. Look at that. Raleigh Mall is out there. All right, turning towards the north. Looking good, guys.
The river down below that we'll be passing over is the Iowa River.
Oh, I see it up there. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Eventually flows to the south and east and empties into the Mississippi.
I was just going to ask that.
Yep.
Every river goes to Mississippi, I feel like.
Just about.
Like the Red River.
Arkansas.
Yeah, Arkansas, that one actually cuts through our hometown.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I think I'm heading a 340 as we go over the top of Marshalltown here.
Yeah, you're right. That airport's not by the town.
Yeah, it's a few miles north. In fact, I'm going to make another.
I'm right over it now. I'll make a turn So, is it 340?
Yep, so 340 will be a good heading. And, you know, a good time to set that is right when you're over the top of that VOR or that DME, that distance measuring equipment. That way you'll get a good heading.
349.
So I've got that distance measuring tuned in. Looks like I'm just about 2.8 miles from it. And it's counting down as I get closer. So that's the 1909.40 frequency, but it's distance measuring only. It's not broadcasting any radials. That's why it's not showing up on our nav radio for us to select a course to fly off of. So it's visual flight rules, visual flight reckoning. We got to use landmarks and stuff in order to navigate.
And like Tin Man was saying last week, all the roads go north, south, and east and west. So
Nice. Yeah, I'm just about over the top of it. 340 dialed in here. Go. And I'm going to take a look for our next opportunity for a VOR. Looking. Oh man, it looks like it's going to be up there at Mason City. So let me see what the frequency is on that one. 114.9.
114.9.
Let's see if we can get that. Maybe that one will come in. 114.9. Hey, we got it. Nice. I'm picking it up. All right, I'm gonna fly a direct 2, guys. Oh, what's my timer doing? 27 minutes. Okay, about three more minutes. I'll switch tanks. So let's set up our course indicator for a direct 2. And in order to do that, I need this arrow and this arrow pointing in the same direction. And so I'm going to spin that puppy around. There we go. Now this arrow and this arrow are going in the same direction. And now I'm going to bring this to the middle. Come on.
33, 30. Oh, come on.
About there.
Okay, about there. 340. Okay.
Then I'm going to switch from heading to nav. And I can relax. Oh wow, this is a pretty picture. Look at the atmosphere being backlit by the sun, and then now the landscape kind of disappears into the it's not fog, but into the
Light.
Yeah, into the light there. This is reminding me of some Nebraska. The way the rivers and these little side, I don't know what these tributaries. I don't know what these would be called.
Yeah, it'd be tributaries.
Would they?
Yeah.
In and around where my grandfather grew up, very, very similar to this, and has these tributaries and stuff. All right. Fire rolling this thing. We've got a 7-knot headwind against us, everybody.
Oh yeah, we do.
Are you in it for the long haul tonight, Tree? Are we gonna make this tonight?
I am. We're gonna make it.
We gotta make it.
I had to go back and catch the waypoint just because I like on nav maps that that turns the magenta line on the leg you're on, and I cut the corner and it wouldn't turn the line on, so I had the speed so I could go back and get it. So I'm coming up behind you guys.
Everybody on voice gonna be able to hang in there tonight, or do some of you got to work tomorrow and got to get on the road?
I'll be here.
Nice.
I'm in.
Nice.
I got to work, but it doesn't have to be early, so be good. Hey, question. For those of you who have the analog, the black square analog Bonanza, and maybe this applies to the Baron also. I have a constant flashing standby alternator light, red light, on the main panel above the GPS.
You want to share? You want to share your screen?
I could try.
We have time. I'll pull it up on Discord.
Okay. Hang on a second. Let me get
Is
that.
your alternator on?
My alternator switch is on, and the standby alternator switch is off. So even when I switch the standby alternator switch on, the light still flickers. So
The standby alternator is basically your standby power, so
sure. Normally that would be off because the main alternator would be on.
I feel like it should be on. I mean, I don't fly that aircraft.
Yeah.
Well, let's bring it up,
Yep.
and people
Working
see it,
on
and
that.
then if we can help you during the stream, or somebody in chat can help, that'd be great. But somebody in the VOD might be able to catch it and can ping Splasher,
Right.
send him a DM. Okay, here we go. See what we got going on here.
That's my panel.
Yeah, I know. I'm switching now.
Yep.
Let me.
Which might be somewhat similar.
Yeah, I'm in the Bonanza,
Right.
but
Right.
And here we go.
showing up. And there, okay. Yeah. I'll zoom in a little bit. And
Standby alt.
Standby alt, and then down below, here's my
Oh yeah, that's one to be on. Standby alt.
standby should be on.
Yep.
Even though my main alternator is also on.
Yeah.
Right? Both. Okay. All right.
And then you gotta let it wait.
Ah. And it's out.
Pretty
Nope.
sure.
Nope.
Because I'm
Goes
pretty
out.
sure it's like standby power.
So when you switch it on, you got to wait for a minute.
Probably. I don't fly black square aircraft, but based on other aircraft that I have from standby alternators, that's what I.
All right. For me, it's first night flying this. I've been in the regular Bonanza before, but it's not nearly as functional as this one.
Oh, cool.
So.
Black Square is just awesome.
Oh yeah, they're great stuff. I've flown the King Air and the Caravan all over the place and on air. I've probably got a couple hundred hours in each one of them. But
let's look at your fuse panels for a second and see if there's a fuse
Yeah.
popped.
Okay.
I'm not sure where that's
Yeah, hang on.
at.
Come on.
It's
Trying
all
to do
the
it
way
with
down.
Yeah. Okay, so here's circuit breakers.
Any of those?
Avionics. Don't appear to be. Moving on to the other panel.
Standby gyro.
alternator.
You see the alternator one?
Down here, standby alternator field. Down below, number 5.
Turn it off and then back on.
What are you working IT?
Right.
Control Alt Delete.
Control Delete. Right.
Standby alternate sense. Maybe you can cycle that one too.
Or maybe you could open up Windows on your GPS on Control Alt Delete.
Yeah. What was the other one you said, Fox?
Right to the right of field
Standby
sense.
alternator sensor. Nope.
All right.
It's not something that's connected to your Bravo, is it?
I don't think so.
Yeah, those switches on your Bravo. Maybe try cycling those on and off each one of those switches. Right,
Yeah, I've
right behind your pitch. Just cycle them on and off. Oh.
Doing that now.
I heard a click and I thought it went off.
No. There's pitot heat.
It's interesting the way it's intermittent.
Yeah, it's like I can just reach up on my screen and tap it.
Can you click it? Is it clickable?
I don't think so. I haven't tried
Sometimes they're
yet,
clickable.
but No, doesn't
Okay.
doesn't highlight. So yeah, I don't know.
All right. We need some help, chat, and or if you're watching the VOD and you happen to know if it's a true bug and there's nothing we can do about it, or if there's a switch or a lever or something someplace. Yeah, ping Splasher 6 and let him know.
Oh.
Let's take a look at the exterior of your plane, just out of curiosity. Go ahead.
Is it a simulated failure?
That's what I'm wondering.
I have failures turned off right now for the black square, just so I don't have anything go wrong with during the stream. But I don't know. I haven't gone to the screen here.
I found the actual Bonanza, like the real life Bonanza Society thing, and
Yeah.
they're saying it's something to do with your volts.
With your volts?
Yeah, like how many volts you're producing now.
So I have it set on no failures, so voltage, okay.
Are your landing lights on?
Nope.
Nope.
I got beacon, nav, and strobe on. So there's my alternator load. I don't know if you guys can see that very well. No, come on.
Try turning off your pitot heat and de-ice, because I don't think we need that right now, right?
You don't need de-ice, but you do need pitot heat.
De-ice is off,
Oh, is it? Okay.
I think.
It's 14C. We don't need pitot heat.
Yeah. Prop de-ice, no, that was on. I think I toggled it on.
Okay, let's take a look up there and see if that helped.
Yeah.
Nope. Interesting.
Go on.
Yeah. What is that aircraft made by?
Beechcraft.
No, like
Oh, Black Square. Black Square. It's what they call the analog Bonanza. The default Bonanza in the sim has G1000s in it. This has got standard 6-pack and a GTN 750. Excuse me.
That's a nice
I
setup.
love this panel. It's super.
Yeah.
I don't like flying anything else.
I am totally stuck on the GTN 750.
Yeah, me too.
So, I mean, I haven't had any issues.
Right?
So basically, it's when you use too many volts and a circuit breaker pops out.
Yeah.
That's what it's saying.
That's probably in the pilot's operator handbook for the real airplane, right? I'm wondering if it's like a bug.
Yeah, it might be.
It says if it goes above 30 volts and 28, it like bounces between them. It'll cause that.
So where's your voltage indicator?
Getting there. Over here. Bus volts. Kind of like right behind the darn throttle.
Oh, there it is. And it's
So you're supposed to turn on and off your standby alternator.
10, 11.
It's in the high 20s. You see, there's the needle.
Yeah, 22, 24. So it's around 24, 25, it looks like.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
And you're saying on and off with the standby?
Yeah, so it's meant to be like on and off. Wait, no. So it's basically if your voltage drops to a certain point, it's meant to be on. So like 26.8 is the lowest it's supposed to go. And then once it goes 26.8, you're supposed to turn it on. At least from what I can read.
I'm like 28.
It looks like it might be all right
It's like,
as far as voltage
Yeah.
goes.
Here, let me send you this.
you know, it's interesting though. If I click and drag my screen, and I right click and hold down and move my screen like
Oh.
I'm doing right now,
Yeah, it doesn't do it.
you notice that it goes out.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be a bug.
Yeah, put a piece of tape. Put a piece of tape on it and says in
Yeah.
op, and
Yeah,
let the
but-
maintenance
yeah.
guys figure it out.
Yeah, put a
Yeah.
piece of black electrical tape over it.
Yeah. Call it good.
Was it
That's
there
what I'm-
in the DC6? Wasn't there a similar thing with the when you could turn on the little Garmin, and then if you like panned around left and right, it would come on, I think. But then if you didn't pan, it would be off. There was something like that in the DC6 a long time ago.
That does sound familiar.
Yeah. It sounds
Yeah.
similar to this.
Oh. Oh well.
Okay, back to our regularly
Curious.
scheduled programming.
Yes.
If anybody knows, let us know.
Oh, you said go to the outside view? Here we go.
Yeah. I just wanted to see it from the outside.
Okay.
Since,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's got the wing tanks on it.
Yeah, that is so cool.
And we can't forget. Hang on. Kilo.
Oh yeah, your dog. Nice. Along
Oh,
for the ride.
sweet.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh,
And that-
sweet.
And that is a free download from Got Friends
Oh, it is?
from their website. Yep.
Oh my gosh, I got to do that.
Yeah. And there's two different dogs. There's a puppy who's Arlo. His name is Arlo, and then the full size grown up dog is Kilo.
You don't want a puppy in the cockpit.
You can't see. Yeah, no, right. You
Having a
can't see him
puppy.
very well.
Having a puppy in the front of a passenger car, that's already bad enough.
Yes.
Oh,
So
Oh, I got to get that. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool.
you got to go to their website and download it.
that's
and
awesome.
then you go into general and then miscellaneous, I think. And wherever it shows where you can change what the co-pilot looks like. And you got to scroll through all 25 of them
Right.
before you get to the two dogs. But,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
what that's all about.
I have Otto from the airplane movie with me.
Yes, I have that one too.
That's good.
Yes. It's autopilot.
Yep, autopilot. Yep.
Anyway.
Who had a mind of his own.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yes.
Back to our
That's cool.
regularly scheduled
Schedule. Yes.
Yes.
I'm so used to hearing that because, you know, I live in the middle of Tornado Alley, and when there's like a
Oh.
tornado watch and they interrupt
No kidding.
the thing, and then once the tornado watch is out of expiration, they just go back to like Jeopardy or something.
Emergency broadcast system. This is only a test.
Yeah, that always scares the heck out of me. We got an Amber Alert at 4 a.m. once.
Oh yeah, they
Oh
come
my
through
God.
on the. Yeah, they come through on the phones now.
Yeah.
I literally downloaded an app to turn it off, which I don't even know if I can legally do. Like, if I'm out and about at 4, I may go look for it, but otherwise, no.
Yeah. Middle of the night.
Got a nice view from your perspective there, Tree.
Look at that. Okay, so you got me up. There's Epic and Raleigh. I think I can see a beacon on the end of the runway there, and then looking around. There we are. And let's see here. I don't have a dog.
Still a good looking airplane there. Tree.
I love that thing, man. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
I love this thing. Amazing.
I got a little quiz for you guys.
Uh-oh.
Since we're getting close to it, this will be easy. Should be.
Oh, great.
Should,
and if we
should,
fail,
should
yeah.
be.
This will be. So we're getting close to Mason City, Iowa.
Mason jars.
What famous incident, aviation-related incident, happened
Wiley Post.
near Mason City, Iowa?
It's the day the music died.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes. Ding, ding, ding.
Airplane crash.
Yep. The day.
No, it was totally Wiley Post.
Wiley Post.
Wiley Post was in Anchorage.
Yeah. Nope. It's the day that that faithful airplane took off with Richie Valens and the Big Bopper and Buddy Holly.
Yep.
You bet.
Oh, yep.
Buddy Holly into the in a Beechcraft V-tail Bonanza
Yep.
Yes.
that Raleigh's flying right now.
Yes.
And they
Yeah.
had the messed up artificial horizon. It was a reverse that
Yeah.
confused him.
Yep.
He
In a
wasn't
snow-
used to it.
And in a snowstorm.
And in a snowstorm. Oh, man. Things were stacked up against them, right?
Recipe for disaster. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I could go back in time,
Oh, yeah.
I would fix the heater on the bus.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really, the
Right?
airplane needed to stay on the ground.
Yeah. That's why they took the airplane to begin with. They were trying to get to Sioux Falls or somewhere in South Dakota for the next, and the heater on the bus had been broken down for the whole week, and it was in the middle of early February, late January, cold as ice.
Yeah, they were miserable,
Yep.
and they were sick of that bus. So it's like, but boy,
And
no visibility.
Who lost the flip of the coin for the last seat on the plane?
Oh.
Oh, that's a good one.
Waylon Jennings?
Ding, ding, ding.
Wow. Good pull.
Yep.
Nice.
Wow.
Maverick.
Can't remember. Maverick. Waylon Jennings. Yep.
Wow.
No, it was Will Rogers, Wiley Post friend.
I
Oh, go ahead.
forgot to switch tanks.
Oh,
I'm resetting
I need to do
my
that too.
timer. So
Do
stop
that
this, reset, restart my timer, and turn on my fuel pump. Any air bubbles in the system compressed or gone.
The
And
windsock
switch
is
things.
broken. It's like going over the place.
Fuel pump off. Oh, you're down there, Epic?
Yeah, the windsock is like broken. When the wind is calm, it's broken because it's going all over the place. It's like spinning in circles.
So this is the airport that they took off from, Mason City.
Mm-hmm.
And
what happened? Like what crashed?
The V-tail Bonanza. And if I remember right, I think they took off the runway that Epic Rider is flying over right now. I think they were taking off in the northerly direction, if I remember right. And his horizon indicator was replaced with a new one in the airplane very recently. And it had the colors. The colors were opposite of instead of dark being on the bottom and a light color on the top, it was the opposite. And the pilot wasn't familiar with that, so that was confusion number one. Confusion number two was they were taking off in a snowstorm. So I don't know if icing or anything like that was a factor, but it could have been invisibility. And then they took off and were climbing out, and I want to say they went about maybe 2 or 3 miles, and every one of these, like this road going east and west, and then this next road, this is probably a mile. So they took off. I think they went about maybe 2 or 3 miles. So 1, 2, and then right up in here they started a left turn, and they came down maybe kind of like in this field right here, because I do remember there's a road that goes right alongside the field. There's a little memorial that's right down in here. I don't know if it's this specific field or not, but this does look kind of familiar when I was here before. And just lost orientation and was in a banking turn and went down.
And it was at night.
And at night. Right?
And at night. Yeah. They just had everything going against them.
All right, everybody set your weather to 2 a.m. snowy, and let's see how we do.
Right?
Yeah, right.
We got a few more aids these days.
Yeah. Let's see. I gotta look at the next direct to.
Okay. Add me to the Rip Club. Oh my.
Oh, you're going to be the only one on the Rip Club so far, Epic.
Yep, I just crashed.
And
I'm gonna just for fun, I'm gonna go night. Let's see. I'm
There you
gonna
go.
look off live weather,
Can't
and
see a thing.
and I'm gonna go rain. And probably wouldn't have had this many lights.
oh my God, you guys, can you imagine taking off in this
There.
darkness like this? I mean, it's just pitch black out there.
Yeah. Wow.
See
There,
my-
look at that. And if you didn't trust or you got confused on your instruments, I like you're done. I mean, you can't make a mistake. I mean, you don't even know how to correct it if you do make a mistake.
Yeah, which way's up?
Which way's
You-
up?
You really can't tell. You'd think you would know by gravity, but it's fooled so many people. You
Yeah.
get so disoriented, you don't know which way is up.
Yep, JFK Jr.
Yeah.
and the Mooney. Should have been an easy flight.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
we
look at that.
also... There you go.
Can't see anything. Man.
Imagine if they were in an F-35, where the F-35 can't even enter the rain cloud within 25 miles. Otherwise, its avionics will die.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like so attracted to lightning to the point where like it's legally not allowed to go within a rain cloud.
I'm gonna switch to. Hey, Flux, switch to my screen for a sec, just for
Okay.
fun.
Okay, hang on.
And let's go back to. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to this, and then let's just look at this. This is kind of cool. So you see the water streaming up the window there.
Yep.
Now look at the Bendix. That's artificial, of course. It's not real, but that could have been very it right there. Like, look at that, man. Look at that. You just have rain with more continued rain right in front of you. Can you imagine? Well, of course it'd be IFR, which they didn't have back then. Probably they didn't have Loran. No, there was no IFR back then.
No, there would have been VOR navigation. That's
Yep.
But there no weather no
Yep.
weather radar at all. Yeah.
Look at that, and that's what. Oh wow, look at those clouds. Holy cow. That's quite something. Man.
What's that song? I think it was the same. The day the music died. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry.
It's dry. Yep. Them good old boys.
Boys
just
drinking whiskey and
whiskey
rye.
Right, saying
Ain't
This'll
be the day that I die.
die.
yeah.
Yep.
Bye bye, Miss American Pie.
Long
That was-
time ago.
There you go.
I can still remember how the music make me. I knew if I had my chance, I can make those people dance, and maybe they'd be happy for a while. But February made me shiver.
Oh yeah,
With,
yeah.
with every paper I delivered, bad news on the doorstep. I couldn't take one more step.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice. Fletcher.
wow.
You're
Fletcher.
remembering it.
Very impressive.
I don't
Wow.
remember if I cried when I read about his widowed bride.
Yeah.
Oh, how's it go? But I do remember the day the music died. Da da da, something like that.
Yeah, it was. Oh, that's.
Yeah, and then it goes into bye bye. Yeah.
Yep. That was such a great song.
Oh, I
That was epic.
sung that on the radio a billion times.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
I like the version that goes, my, this here Anakin guy, maybe Vader someday later. But no, it's just a small fry.
Yes. Weird Al.
Yeah, Weird Al.
Yes. Love it.
Oh yeah, Papa Mish, he's getting it. Something touched me deep inside.
Inside
Yeah.
the day
The
music died.
Yeah.
music died.
Yep.
Died. And they were singing.
Hanging. Oh my God. Hey man,
Yep.
you know we sang a little bit a couple streams ago for Oshkosh, so
Yeah.
yeah, here we are again. Nice.
Yeah, that's
love-
great.
I love the Weird Al reference, though. That's awesome.
Great one.
Boy, but look at this. I mean, you just have.
Trying to
You
remember
look
the
out
singer.
the window and it's like just water going down the windshield.
Oh, you could dial up a snowstorm, couldn't you?
Let's see what a snowstorm looks like.
I did it
Yeah, you're right.
when I was showing mine at night.
Yeah?
I did snow.
Did snow?
Mine was snow, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was just pitch black, and all you could see was just that landing light beam out in front of
Okay.
you.
Well, we can go
crazy.
tonight, and this is what it's going to look like at
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
So we won't be able to see anything. But let's go.
Gotcha.
Well, we have some lights on the ground, probably. You know.
Yeah.
Oh man, now I got that earworm, that song in my head.
Yeah.
Splasher,
you're
great
welcome.
pool, man. Great pool, pulling that. Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
How
What's
fast does that aircraft go? Niche.
Oh, the one Misha's flying?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a hot rod. He's altered it. So he souped. I put like 800 horsepower in the thing.
I think Dark Star.
Yeah,
I
That
was
thing-
like catching up to it. And
it's like an A10 on steroids.
All right, so who sang that song? I remember my parents had the album, on vinyl record, so it was a record album, and it was the
Don
American
McLean.
Don McLean. Thank you.
Don
Yeah.
McLean.
Yeah.
And
Don McLean.
the record album cover was like a thumbs up. It was the guy's hand, and
Yep.
the American flag was painted on his
Right.
thumb type
Right.
of thing.
Yep.
That was the
Yep.
cover.
Yep. Yep.
All right, coming back to the stream, and then I need to switch tanks again. It's been another 30 minutes already.
That was quick.
All right, fuel pump is on. We'll look and see how balanced we are. Actually, I can stay on the right tank a little longer. Am I on the right tank? I am. I'm gonna stay on the right tank. I'm not gonna turn the fuel pump back off here. Yep. So I already reset my timer on my watch. Oh, this only says 11 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna reset this.
Oh, and that's MSB.
Okay, that way my watch on my hand and the watch in here are set the same.
I went so fast that my game froze.
Oh, wow.
Oh, guys, I lost the VOR.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I did
s-
too.
I see you guys off to the right over there, and I'm like, what the heck?
Huh.
And if I look, I share my screen. You can see I'm over here, and somewhere back here, I lost the VOR and just started wandering off. If I ever had it tuned in, I don't know. Weird. I could have swore I had it tuned in. Okay, what is it?
Alright.
It is... Or did I tune in another one that was further up? No.
38 nautical miles.
No. Okay, what did I do here? 114.90.
Minneapolis air traffic control's on.
Okay. All right, so for those that want to participate, Epic Flyer is looking to...
Epic flyer, it's brighter.
Rider, sorry. Epic Rider is looking to become a VATSIM controller. And you may remember a couple streams ago he acted as a controller. So he's asked if he could do it again today, and so he's going to do it from Minneapolis, St. Paul. And so we'll act like we're kind of doing being vectored by him. So we'll be doing that here in a minute. But first, I got to figure out what's going on with my VOR. Where is the frequency for this? There it is. 109.8. I must have overflown that other one. Okay, I've got it. And we're going to want a course of 311, it looks like.
311. Okay.
So that'll set me up for an intercept. Okay, cool. And then when we're about 20 miles out from Minneapolis, St. Paul, we're going to want to contact.
What are we contacting? I don't even have a
Oh,
plate or.
I'll get frequencies.
What is Minneapolis, St. Paul tower name?
Yeah, Minneapolis.
Minneapolis
Actually,
Tower?
Be careful of is that Minneapolis is in a Bravo, so you would have to establish communication before you traverse into the Bravo.
Oh, and I'm looking at that right now. So I was setting 20 miles, but I can see the Bravo spaces out here. So
Yeah.
we want to be about before Bravo, so probably about 40 miles out is when we want to establish contact. Okay.
I gotta find the top.
Okay. Okay, and we are down here. I'm heading to this VOR. It's about the time we get to that VOR, we want to establish contact. Okay, good to know.
Okay.
Oh, we want to. I think we want to announce, contact them and announce, our distance, our direction of flight, and our altitude. And then we would listen to ATIS and get ATIS information and let them know that we have information, whatever. Right? So what information would you like us to have? What do you want to call it?
Let me set it. I'll get the towers.
Okay.
Nope. Misha has a message for you there, Epic.
Epic, you might have trouble keeping up with this one. I have twin jet engines, and each one is over 4,000 pounds of thrust. Nice. It doesn't turn well above Mach 1.2, but what does, right?
Yeah.
Good point. And just want to give a shout out to Critinator. Critinator, sorry I missed your message until just now. He says, hey there, glad you guys are still going. Sorry I missed most of the stream. Yeah, Critinator, I miscalculated my flight plan. It was supposed to be like an hour and a half or 2 hour flight plan, and we're going into 2.5 hours at the moment. Yeah. So old Foxtrot's got to get better at his flight planning, I think. Okay, so tower frequency that we'd be using for pretend is 123.95. Good to know.
123.95.
123. Might as well do it.
I lost my VOR again, guys. What the heck?
I'm still running.
123 dot what? 123 dot what? For tower?
123.95.
Next VOR is 111.2.
I'm cooking up the ATIS. Give me a sec.
What was that again, Smitty?
111.2.
Let's see if I can pick that up. 111.
Yeah, I got it. That's 40 miles away.
I don't have it yet. Yeah, I'm flying with my heading bug at the moment. Yeah, exactly, Nisha. I was actually thinking about that in the back of my head. It's like, hey, we wouldn't have a little bit of an adventure and start thinking about, now we got to start thinking about fuel because, we're flying a lot longer than I anticipated and all that stuff. So yeah, if I got really good at flight planning, wouldn't that take away from some of the adventure? Absolutely.
Yep.
Stay curious. Yes. Okay, 111.2. Looking for that one to come in. There's a whole lot of stuff that would be going on right now if I was doing this in real life, and I'm not a pilot. I've only picked up things from people that we're flying with that are on voice with us right now, or flying with us in the sim here, and others that aren't here. Just little tidbits and stuff. And if I was VFR flying right now and did not have any radio frequencies tuned in, we'd have to be looking at landmarks and looking at the sectional map and seeing what landmarks they have on there. And if I look at this sectional here, and I scroll in, you can see that they have various landmarks here. These are high elevations right here. You know, there's an airport that you can use as a landmark. Towns you can kind of use. Lakes you can use. And then sometimes they'll call out like these things here. Looks like there's power lines or something here. And so you can use that for, you know, visual flight reckoning to determine where you're at. If you're where you think you are, right?
Yeah.
So there would be a whole lot of that going on right now in this cockpit if we didn't have, you know, without this radio frequency tuned in. There'd be a lot of flight planning in advance saying, this is my route, this is what I'm expecting, this is what I should be looking for, and are we meeting that or not? If not, then, you know, we're getting lost.
I got the ATIS info.
ATIS info is Phlox. Phloxtrot.
Oh, perfect.
All right, so ATIS info for Minneapolis, St. Paul. ATIS info, you have Phlox. Wind is calm. 30 right and 30 left are in use. Birds reported in vicinity of the airport. NOTAMs. We're short-staffed because the owner, ex-wife, fired most of the ATC tower, so don't ask about his ex-wife. Advise you have info, Phlox. That's funny. Contact tower on 123.95 once, 30 nautical miles away from the airport. All right, good stuff there, Epic. Thank you.
His wife is very mad. X.
Yeah, we're getting close, guys. And I still don't have a VOR. Let me look and see if I can get Minneapolis St. Paul VOR in. What is that one?
It's an NDV.
Here it is. Boy, man, there's a lot going on here. It's hard to find. There it is.
Minneapolis is
115.3.
And what runways again?
30 right.
30 right.
That's where you're gonna be landing on.
115.3.
There's only 130. I'm seeing. Okay, 30. So I'm within
30
probably.
right, 30.
Okay. Well, I only see one on nav maps, but I am not that close yet. Okay, so I'm probably 15 miles out, so I'm going to say Minneapolis traffic.
No, Minneapolis Tower.
Oh, okay, Minneapolis Tower, November 1137 Victor, 8 miles out, approach for runway 30. And left base, I guess I would say. Would I put that in there? I don't really need to do a circuit.
No, you wouldn't say that, and you're come up with the ATIS information too.
Yeah, you got to
I
say
know-
ATIS information Phlox.
Oh, Minneapolis Tower, 1137 Victor. I have Phlox, and
Okay, how many? No, so you have information Phlox. How many miles away from you the airport?
Minneapolis Tower. I have 137 Victor, approximately 5 miles away from the tower.
What direction of flight?
Okay. 015, and
What elevation? What altitude?
What altitude? So I'm at 3,000, 30, and approaching on the left base for runway.
Nope, you don't say that. You don't say
30.
that. You don't say that.
All right,
He's going to direct you in.
He's going to guide you in.
You just tell him where you are. He's going to route you in.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Alright, so what's that call sign? So I can write down.
137 Victor.
Yep, just trying to coach you through it there, Tree.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
November 137 Victor, Minneapolis Tower. Squawk for me. 1467.
Minneapolis Tower, 13 Victor, squawk 1467.
Victor, radar contact. As reported, make a left base for runway 30 right.
Minneapolis Tower, 137 Victor, left base for 30 right.
Nice.
Minneapolis Tower, good evening. Pilot Club 1496 nearing the halfway VOR, requesting clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Club 1496, squawk 6148. Or no, correction, 7.
There's no 8.
Yeah, that's what.
Okay, 6147 in the box for Pilot Club 1496.
In the box, I like that.
Pilot Club 1496, radar contact. Cleared through the Class Bravo airspace at or below 4,000. We'll be looking for a full stop today.
Cleared through the Bravo at or below 4,000, and we're intending full stop at Minneapolis St. Paul International.
Pilot Club 1496. Alright, you can make a left base for 30 right.
Expect the left base runway 30 right. Pilot Club 1496.
Alright, I'm gonna start evening out, like using both runways. So.
And I like the radio sound effect that you got going on there.
Oh, you want me to cause some more radio sound?
No, yeah, I think it was that Smitty or?
That was Dylan.
Oh, Dylan.
Oh,
Yeah,
Smitty.
Dylan had the kind of like a radio kind of sound effect. Cool. All right, here we go. Let's see. Minneapolis Tower, November 6-3, Winnie Romeo, 40 miles to the south. Requesting Bravo clearance for a full stop this evening, 18 Romeo.
November 6-3, Romeo. That might clear through the Bravo at or below 4,500. Make a left base runway 30 left. And also give me, I forgot to give you a squawk, 2315. That's my webcam.
All right, 2315 cleared through the Bravo space at or below 4,000. Was it?
You pressed your actual button.
Oh, yeah, I did. All right, 2315 in the box. Cleared through the Bravo airspace at or below 4,000, and I will expect or
20 left.
20 left on a left base.
But November 6-1, Romeo radar contact. As reported, I've already given you clearance.
What was that last part?
I've already gave you clearance to Bravo.
Yep. Okay. Yep. Got it. So yeah, if you're just joining us in the chat there, we practice some VATSIM on Wednesday nights. Again, Epic Rider is going to be practicing to become a VATSIM controller, and he's requested if he has opportunity to do a little bit of practice at controlling. So that's kind of what's going on. We're not using VATSIM at the moment. We're just on the microphone, just playing around.
Do you like my mic? Does this one sound more?
Yeah, it does actually.
Radio?
Yeah, it does. Got a little bit of a hint of an echo. It's your webcam? Tree, how you doing? Are you you have a visual on the airport yet?
Getting close.
I probably should.
I do have a visual. Yeah, I'm close.
Cool.
On a left base for 30 right.
I probably should have asked if they have visual at the airport. Whoops.
Yeah, I think you were giving us maybe the base instruction a little early because we're, like I'm 40 miles out, right?
Yeah. Here, I'll give you a heading. I gotta pull up my magic heading machine. Ooh, I wonder if that's what you're next.
And it'll be a crosswind of 12 knots, by the way.
Roger that.
On 30.
Oh, I thought there would be like a ribbon visual like there is in DCA. That would be fun to do.
Looking good over there, Dylan. And Raleigh. And Smitty.
Thanks, mate.
And Splasher.
It's gonna get busy here in a minute.
Right?
Yeah.
Epic Rider up ahead. Treetop up ahead. Nice. Hey, we're starting to see a little bit more homes and houses. It's not quite as much farmland as it was before. A little more lakes and stuff I'm noticing. Ponds and lakes.
What heading are you on, Flock?
Currently 1009 now. 10.
So you're flying direct to the airport?
Yep.
Here, how about this? November 6318 Romeo, cancel base turn and all that. I forgot that terminology. Just fly direct to the airport and tell me when you have a visual of the airport. So you're 12 o'clock and about 30 miles.
Oh, I almost hit the control button again. We'll report airport in sight, 18 Romeo.
Club 14906. How far are you?
And in reality, though, you'd have him on radar, so you wouldn't have to ask him that. But so that's just a leading question, so you can guide him in.
Yeah, I don't have radar.
Right.
Maybe I do. Hold on. Wonder if VRC will work.
And everybody's landing on 30 right, correct?
No, everyone's landing on opposite runways, but you are.
Okay. Minneapolis Tower, 137 Victor, clearly active, 30 right.
Oh, you're down.
You're already down? What?
Wow.
Oh, wow, you are. Okay, I
Yeah.
did not know that.
Now GA parking is going to be somewhere. I'm on the other side of you, Epic.
And wherever you end up, Tree is Epic on the ground already also?
Yeah, he's
okay.
on the other side.
I see.
So for me to... I'll go ahead.
November 137 Victor. Minneapolis ground. Where are you looking to park?
I'm at Papa 4 here.
Whoa, we got a big taxi for you.
Great.
That's
great.
That's exactly what Treetop wants to hear.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, are you November 137 Victor, you ready to copy down this taxi clearance?
No. Just a minute.
Alright.
Just second.
All the things that we
Let
wish
me-
we could say on VATSIM.
Yeah.
Hey, if
All
you
right.
use the transmitter website, you can see us all on our radar.
Really?
Okay, give me taxi. Slow.
Okay, whoever said the one website thing, send that to me. Alright. November 137 Victor. Taxi to
Hey, easy 1B.
Lima 5 Apron via Quebec. Charlie. Cross runway 30 left at Charlie. Sierra. Cross runway 4 at Sierra. November. Cross runway 17 at November. And then left onto Lima. And then right onto Lima 5 into.
So I've got Minneapolis Tower, Lima, taxi via Lima, Foxtrot, Quebec. I forget what C is again.
You said it backwards.
Oh. I'm ready to take off of 30 right and just land where you guys are. That might be better.
Alright, you can taxi back to runway 30 right via Quebec, and then...
I'll do one circuit and land on, can I land 30 left?
Yes,
Okay.
taxi via Quebec and go to 30 right at Papa 1, and then tell me when you're holding short.
Oh.
Oh yeah, this is way better. I can see you now.
Yeah,
So-
I'm in a South 40 here.
Minneapolis Tower, November 74 Tango Sierra, 15 miles south of the field, 3,500 feet, inbound for a full stop.
What was that call sign?
November 74 Tango Sierra.
November 7-4 Tango Sierra. Good evening, Minneapolis Tower. Squawk. 1, 2, 3, 5.
1, 2, 3, 5. Same combination as my luggage. 74 Tango Sierra.
How do I
If you
get
look
the?
up the notams, don't bring up someone's wife.
Yeah, Critinator, I've seen that also. Giving partial instructions to like a runway, and then when you get there, you call in, and then they give you the rest of the way. Yep, I've seen that too. Papa Mish says, check the corn while you're out in the field. It should be a little taller than knee high. Oh man, I gotta start thinking. Okay, I gotta start thinking. Yeah, I got cleared for 30 right, as I recall. Oh no, I haven't been cleared. I haven't been cleared yet.
You don't want 30 right.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't want it.
Yeah, okay. 30 left.
Alright, do you have visual on the airport yet? November 6318 Romeo?
Yes, I have visual on the airport, 18 Romeo.
18 Romeo, or Piper 18 Romeo. Make, left base, runway 30 left.
Left base, 30 left, 18 Romeo.
And Pilot Club 1496, Mini Tower.
Pilot Club 1496, go ahead.
Pilot Club 1496. Make a left base runway 30 left, and you'll be following a Piper 28 turbo.
Make left base runway 30 left, and we'll follow the Piper in. Pilot Club 1496.
Actually, Pilot Club 1496, do you have a visual on the Piper?
We are looking for the Piper now. Pilot Club 1496.
Pilot Club 1496, you should be off of your 9 o'clock. About 2 miles.
Yep, we have visual of the traffic.
Alright, Pilot Club 1496. Maintain visual separation from that aircraft and follow him into the left base runway 30 left.
Follow the Piper into the left base runway 30 left, Club 1406.
November 74 Tango Sierra. Radar contact is reported. Descend to maintain 3,000, and can you do a left 360 for me?
Descend and maintain 3,000, left 360, 74 Tango Sierra.
Nice job, guys.
Minneapolis Tower 137 Victor, hold short Papa 1 for departure 30 right for left circuit, tight left circuit.
Alright, November 137 Victor. Mini Tower. Clear for takeoff and 30 right, make a right close traffic, and yeah, make a right close traffic.
Mini Tower 137 Victor, departure 30 right, right close circuit.
I'm gonna take you around, and then I'm gonna, because you're not allowed to fly over the terminal.
So Mini Tower 137 Victor, taking the active 30 right for straight out.
Negative for right close traffic, which basically means you'll fly your crosswind, downwind, and then your base.
137 Victor, Mini Tower, departure 30 right, right close traffic, and you'll call my base.
Nice. Sky Command! Welcome in, Sky Command. Someone once tried stopping the flux. Their remains would be the 8th wonder of the world, if anyone could find them.
November 6318 Romeo. You're clear for the option, runway 30 left.
Go for the option and 18 Romeo. You can't stop the flux at this point. All sails are final. I love it, Sky Command. Welcome in, Sky Command. Good to see you. We're doing our cross-country flight to Oshkosh. Our destination tonight was Minneapolis, St. Paul. Took us a little longer to get here than my flight planning said it would. So we are 3 hours into the stream. And we'll be departing Minneapolis, St. Paul come Saturday morning at 7 a.m. and make our way to Oshkosh in time for Porter Alert Flies 12 p.m. Eastern stream, or 9 a.m. Pacific stream, and participate in the shenanigans that Howard has in store for us. I need you at Expo next year. I'm going to ask for an early commitment, LOL. I feel like many a beer would be deleted in your honor. Dude, I still have remorse, and I will make every effort to be there next year. I'm going to be planning ahead and saving ahead, and hopefully Treetop and I both can be there.
Yeah, we really would like to be there.
Route code 14906. Clear for the option, runway 30 left, following the Piper.
Clear for the option number 2, runway 30 left, Club 14906.
Oh, this is gorgeous.
Say number 2. Cool. November 74 Tango Sierra. Do you have a visual?
Runway in sight. Runway in sight. Tango Sierra.
November 74 Tango Sierra.
Wow.
Behind the Diamond 62, make
Wow.
make a left base for runway 30 left and 30 left, clear for the option number 3.
Mini Tower.
Behind the 62, clear for the option number 3, 74 Tango Sierra.
Mini Tower 137 Victor on a downwind for a base on 30 left.
November 137 Victor. Make hold on. Stand by. They're not showing up on my map, so I have to do a lot of stuff here.
Nice. All right, I'm down. Cool. Let's see here. Let's see here.
November 137 Victor. Make a right base for runway 30 left.
Mini Tower 137 Victor, right base for 30 left. Full stop.
And November 631A Romeo, welcome to Minneapolis. Left when able, and you still got pretty long of a taxi.
Yeah, 18 Romeo is clear the active waiting taxi instructions.
November 631A Romeo. Taxi to the Lima 5 apron via Whiskey, Charlie, Sierra,
Oh my God.
Cross 104 at Sierra, November, Cross 135 at November, left on Lima, and right onto Lima 5.
What better time for a raid?
I know.
Yeah.
I got a little explanation, but what I'm gonna say is
Moose.
what you just said, Epic. Ditto.
Yeah.
Will comply. 18 Romeo. Oh man, welcome in Raiders. Little station announcement here. Welcome to Foxtrot's hangar. I'm the host, Foxtrot. Right above me is my in real life next door neighbor, good friend and co-host, Treetop Flyer, and also our Doc Severinson tonight of our trio is Splasher 6 up there at the very top.
Good evening.
So yeah,
Good evening.
welcome in, Mustafa. Thank you so much for the raid. Dwarven Egg, I see you in there. You love how he's frozen. Yeah, I got a screen grab of his video and put it up there. Drobart Charge, welcome in. Kithrick, I like that. Hey,
Minneapolis Tower. I just overtook a DA-62 trying to land here.
Honestly, by this point, I don't care.
Minneapolis.
We're grateful for what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. It's all coming to a head right now because of everything. But
November,
go ahead.
November 137 Victor, clear for the option. 30 left and break. November 74 Tango Sierra, left when able. Okay, it went right, whatever.
Unfamiliar.
You know what? This is the best way to learn right here. This is the best way to learn.
6318 Romeo. Talk to you however the heck you want. Pilot Club 14906. Do you want the taxi instructions, or do you just want me to say whatever you want?
Let's keep it realistic.
There you go.
Alright, ready? You ready to cop down a heavy amount of taxi instructions?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Pilot Club 14906. Taxi to the Lima 5 apron via Whiskey, Charlie, Sierra, cross runway 4 at Sierra, November, cross runway, I think that's 35 at November, left on Lima, right into Lima 5.
Okay, I was still pulling up the airport chart. I'm gonna repeat that one more time for Pilot Club 146.
Oh man, that's a nice picture, Splasher.
Taxi via Whiskey, Charlie, cross runway 4 at Sierra, cross runway 35 at November, Lima.
Okay, so it's Whiskey, Charlie, cross runway 35 at November at Sierra. Then it's Lima 5, Pilot Club 14906.
Close enough.
Nice readback. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so just to catch chat up and Mustafa and the Raiders and everybody, Epic Rider is looking forward to becoming a VATSIM ATC controller. He's working on the tests and stuff that he's got to do to get that, and he's asked us now a couple of times during our streams if he could jump ahead and act as a ATC tower controller and guide us in. And it's like, hey, you know, why not? Treetop and I are doing ATC nights where we're newbies to VATSIM. So any opportunity for us to learn and for Epic to learn, and maybe anybody else that's participating in the fight with us or those in chat, you know, why not? So that's kind of what's going on right now. We're not on VATSIM. We're just on the Discord voice channel, just messing around tonight. Mustafa, thanks again for bringing your Raiders on board. We're actually winding down. Minneapolis St. Paul was our destination tonight, and I can't remember if I mentioned it earlier, but I just want to mention that we are doing a cross-country flight from Scappoose, Oregon, KSPB. We started it about 5 or 6 weeks ago, and we've been doing this cross-country flight to get to Oshkosh. So tonight we made it to Minneapolis St. Paul. Saturday morning at 7 a.m. I'm going to be streaming, and we'll pick up from Minneapolis St. Paul, head to Oshkosh, and we should get there around 9 a.m. is the plan. And that's when Howard Forder is going to be firing up his stream to do his Oshkosh event at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. They'll see us coming in out of the west. We'll get into the pattern over Green Lake and then over the city of Ripon and follow the railroad tracks, and they'll have ATC in this Discord to disposition us for the Fisk approach or the gravel pit approach. And it's going to be a blast. So we've been doing this cross-country flight and, practicing stuff along the way and having fun at the same time. So just wanted to put that out there. My in real life next door neighbor is Treetop Flyer up there. Can't remember if I mentioned that earlier. He's also our co-host here.
Along with Splasher.
And our Doc Severance into our trio is Splasher 6. Yes. So, yeah. Smash the follow buttons. Let me give a shout out to Mustafa here.
Yeah, Epic, great job. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Nothing else?
We like the practice. And I would do here, we spent 3 hours together. This is called practice without pressure.
Oh,
Just
no.
like if we make a mistake, we make a mistake. And yeah, so I did. I convinced everybody that airport that's just south of here. I remember I said I don't see a 30 right. Because I was landing at the wrong airport. Had to catch that at the last minute. It's like, wait a minute. I don't see anybody else here. I got a magenta line in front of me.
So yeah, welcome to Minneapolis St. Paul, everybody. Let me grab a quick screenshot. And yeah, that was a fun stream, man. And we learned a few things along the way, thanks to Flasher 6, because we're in his neck of the woods.
We did.
Yeah.
That was a lot of fun.
A thing or two here and there. Useless information. Useless trivia.
The Freedom Rock that we stumbled across was great. I love that. That was awesome.
Yeah, that is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
All right, let me catch up on chat real quick. There was some chat activity there. Drobart, Doc Severinson. I met him in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Oh wow!
Very, very
so
cool.
Splasher, when did you meet Drobart? Was that on one of your motorcycle trips or what?
There we go.
I've been waiting to announce that. So, Drobart, it was a pleasure.
Great. That's great.
So you met him in real life. That's awesome.
Yeah, the real Doc Severance is still alive. Believe it or not, he's well into his 90s.
Oh wow!
Oh wow! Didn't know that. Wow.
I was wearing the same formal type of shirt he wore on the Tonight Show. That's awesome.
That's awesome. Hey, Splasher 6, you know what that means?
Yeah.
If we get I need a new picture up there.
I know. I gotta find he wore a really flashy jacket, with rhinestones and stuff on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're right.
I gotta work on that.
Maybe we can Photoshop something.
Wardrobe.
Yeah.
Wardrobe.
We need. Yeah. Yeah. Where's our wardrobe and the budget committee on the wardrobe?
Yeah, Phlox.
There we go. Perfect. Oh, that narrowed it down.
Let's see. Tonight show budget here. Let's see.
Yes. Jingle the change.
Yeah, that's about where we sit.
Got to reach deep in those pockets.
I couldn't even get Flox's dinner.
Oh, and also, I was just thinking as I was reaching in my pocket, I saw the shirt I'm wearing. We should show our shirts again, Treetop. We made an announcement for our next Thursday GA stream. Treetop visited this place, the Tillamook
Doing it or not? Yeah.
Tillamook Air Museum, and picked up a couple of souvenirs, these shirts, took a bunch of pictures, and so our next flight next week, Thursday, is going to be a flight out to the Tillamook Airport, where the Tillamook Air Museum is, and we're going to take some time and go through all the pictures that he took and see what he saw. So that'll be next Thursday, just to put that out there.
Hey, you know, Flight Sim Expo is looking for a location next year.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be perfect. They have the room for it.
Yeah.
Right on the Oregon coast.
Yep.
And by the way, we drove out to the airport, which you have to go back out to 101 and go back up, and there was one aircraft parked there. We're kind of disappointed, and we're watching, and next thing you know, right out of the blue, here comes out of the north an H-jet lands.
Wow.
Yeah, Honda jet.
First, this guy, he shows up in a pickup, a nice one, with his wife, I'm assuming. They go through the code gate, and then he gets his little pack and that sort of thing, and he's kind of standing there, and he looks off to the north, and sure as shooting, here comes this beautifully painted, we'll show it next week, H-jet, and he walks up to the jet, and they shut it down in 3 or 4 minutes, and
Wow.
the guy gets out, and he salutes him and says, "Hey, Captain." And so I don't know what that meant, like he said it in jest, or like that's the boss, or yeah, it was kind of cool. And it was a locked gate, but well, it was fenced, but the gate was unlocked. So fortunately, I was able to reach my hand around with my iPhone and get some pictures. So we'll show that next week.
And
But,
you also saw an Icon A5 there,
yes, we did.
parked on the tarmac,
So,
and you got a picture of that too. So that was cool.
Cool.
And one in the museum too. So
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, so lots more to come. We'll have lots to talk about, and it'll be fun next week.
Nice. Okay.
And Misha's been there, so he'll remember all this stuff.
Be there, be square.
Yep, be there, be
Yes.
square. Catching up some more on chat when we were talking about Doc Severinsen, and he met him. Drobert met him in 1994 in a CVS store, I think, which is a pharmacy, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pharmacy. Rolly Mall's heading out. Says bye, everyone. Great flight. Rolly Mall, thank you, bud.
Everyone.
Hey,
Thank you, Rolly Mall.
good day, mate.
They have a good day, mate.
We'll see you, bud.
Good night.
Good night, Mike.
So we got some follows here. Kazuka, thank you for following. Drobart, thank you for the follow as well. Fractal Entropy, thank you for the follow. Nice. Let's allow that. Drobart says, my father didn't like Johnny Carson. He referred to him as a meathead. Oh, I'll be darned.
Wow.
All right, so we're getting ready to wind down here. We'll pay it forward, so we'll look for somebody to raid and pay it forward. Please stick around and tell them that Mustafa and Foxtrot sent you, and Treetop and Splasher. Hey, Mustafa, Treetop, Splasher, and Foxtrot sent us. Try that. Anto followed us a little earlier. Paradox. DH Paradox rated us earlier tonight at the beginning of the stream. And we had, let's see, Critinator gave us a follow yesterday. So we're all caught up on the alerts. Everybody, thank you. Epic, thank you for doing your tower controlling night and giving that a shot. And thank you for being on voice with us and flying along.
No problem. I loved it.
And, God, who else is on voice with us? Smitty was on voice. Dylan's on voice. Thanks for flying with us and being on voice with us. Splasher6, thank you so much for your contribution and being, the third leg of our trio here. Good stuff.
It was a pleasure.
Yep. It was great.
Thanks,
Thank
man.
you, Splasher.
Yeah, you bet.
You guys are the
Welcome.
best.
I appreciate it. Thank you. And so yeah, let's look for somebody to raid. I'll set up some music. Be sure to check out Mustafa if anybody gets a chance. If you haven't seen him before, check out DH Paradox as well as everybody. Raleigh Mall, Splasher 6. There's a whole bunch of links in my chat. Go through the VOD and smash those follow buttons, man. All right, we'll see y'all later. Have a great night, and I think it'll be Saturday morning that we meet.
Saturday
7 a.m.
morning.
Yep.
We'll see you 7 a.m.
Yep. All right, see ya.
Bye.
Roger out.
I love it. See you guys.
Roger out. Bye.
Thank you.